here. Let's take a listen.
David
Collins.
David Collins.
David Collins.
David Collins.
David Collins.
You're listening to
30-minute half hour
I hope you guys have checked out David Collins' 30-minute half hour podcast.
featuring great guests like Andy Fiore, Katie Burke, and Cardiff Electric.
Never heard of these guys.
Hey, Joey, relax.
He's either hilarious or hates me.
Oh, well, I appreciate you, by the way, man. Thank you for watching it with you and your mother. I hope I was able to make you guys laugh a little bit in a hospital setting. I know that
Certainly,
can
and
be
it's
tough
not often that she gets to smile anymore, so it's great that she had that opportunity with your special.
Means a lot, dude, so thank you.
Oh, this is the best podcast I've ever been on. This was the most fun.
Wow, what a compliment.
Yo, thanks for keeping this guy going and kicking ass and taking names. I don't know if I can swear on this, so I'm sorry if I messed that up, but dude,
We try to keep it a family show, but as you can see by that opening segment, we're getting a little edgier than we're used to, but our audience seems to be enjoying it.
This was tremendous. Thank you for having me, I guess.
I just want to say this is probably the best day of my life, Dave. I had a really great time.
This was a
That's
great time.
We'll have to have you back in the future. You've done
I'd love
such a
to come
good
back.
job in those games. Do you know Austin Ingalls?
I love Austin.
He did a
Ingalls.
great job on these games, and we're looking to have him back.
Well, I just want to say thank you for inviting me on. It was really great to be a part of the show. I hope you get Jerry back. I hope that they find him, and I wish you and your viewers the best.
Hi there. I'm calling to leave a voicemail for David Collins.
First-time caller, long-time listener.
Hi, David. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Good morning. This voicemail is for David Collins. First-time caller, long-time listener.
Big up, David.
Hey, Dave. First-time caller.
Hey, David. This is Dan McCullough calling in.
Hey, David. Real glad to hear you on the air again.
Hi, David. This is Deborah, a longtime listener of your show.
David Collins, longtime caller, first-time listener. I love the show.
That's perfect. Everybody listening? Everybody listening? Perfect. Everybody listening? Perfect. Everybody listening? That's perfect. Everybody listening? That's perfect. Everybody listening? And that's perfect. Everybody listening? That's perfect. Everybody listening? That's perfect. Everybody listening? What a great episode. That's perfect. Everybody listening? I've been David Collins, and you've been David Collins, and you've been David Collins, and you've been the best.
You're listening to David Collins' 30-minute half-hour podcast.
That is great radio.
Starring David Collins.
I've been known as a bit of a hot interviewer, and I need to confront you on something here. It's going to be a great show.
You've seen him on
Hear us?
KMKF, the 30-minute half-hour show.
It's
But
now the audio's
with
on
his very
too.
own podcast,
Nice.
Featuring the best
Right on.
comedians and
Everybody can hear us.
broadcasters from all over this great country of ours.
Not a lot of people know this about me, but I'm also a large fan of comedy, right?
Dude, that was
a cough button.
Now here's your host,
I don't have a cough button.
David.
No, that's what I just said.
Oh.
We need to get you a cough button.
Yeah.
I'm about to cough.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Drive Time, David Collins. Boy, do we have a good episode planned for you. You see all these different cameras here? Now, one thing I want to talk about the camera setup. I want to talk about a few things, but one thing that I was just getting into while we were muted here. What did you have a complaint about the intro length, right?
Oh, I was just
now, a lot of these
parking your
streaming
chain.
shows, they do a live stream, and before the stream starts, they go live, and then they just have a banner up there and some elevator music playing. So, I got a text on my phone, excuse me. There's some elevator music playing.
I thought that was the elevator music.
Right. That'd be good. I'm not prepared.
That's
Usually I like
good
to start the
timing.
show with some music, too. I have these new. But, and then they just say, stream will be starting soon.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's so that people can gather in the live chat, but I think people should have an intro to listen to that they're familiar. People gather in the stream, and then they have to listen to a 2-minute intro anyway. So I say, let's just give them a 4-minute intro.
I didn't even realize that's what they were doing by that. Is waiting, getting people to
Right?
gather.
They don't want to. They don't want to do a show unless they have a minimum amount of listeners.
We do it for the love of the game, baby.
Right? Oh, my phone is getting blown up right now. Maybe I should double check that. But we have a couple people in here. They're going to call me later, I guess. Not right now, please. There's a picture of me from a child. I don't know. It was an unknown number too, so I'm not actually sure what that is.
David Collins getting hung up
somebody has
on
a
tape.
photo of me from when I was 5 years old, and they're gonna call me.
Did you still have the mustache?
No.
Of course.
No, I was a big fan of fake mustaches, though, especially on April Fools, of course.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's a common trend. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Drive Time, David Collins. Of course, I apologize, but, thank you, and you're welcome, that we are doing an episode. Because I'm happy to be here, of course. We wanted to make sure that we continue this Wednesday tradition of Drive Time, David Collins. But unfortunately, this coming Wednesday morning, or this morning, when this airs, I'm unavailable. I'm essentially in two places at once right now. So we are continuing to do an episode, and we brought two of my favorite guests on the show. People I'm really excited to have here. Dan McCullough, of course, and Troy Rigdon.
Hello.
Look at this. You see these new camera setups we have here? I can cycle through. Now, this is when shows start thinking I need a producer. Because now I'm clicking through these different camera setups here. I can see, we got two of you over there. This is the close-up cam. This is so I can show you guys like this. We had to pick up a bunch of equipment. I'm not even going to use this. I have things like this all over. You should see the pile of cardboard there. Can you see it in the tall cam? A little bit over on the left-hand side there. A big pile of cardboard from opened adapters and cords and things. But we have a good show here. What do you guys think about these cameras? I have a new outdoor cam.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Lovely.
It should be better quality than the other outdoor cam. And what I'm really excited for is that we saw the farmers planting this field recently. So over the next year of Drive Time David Collins, we're going to watch plants grow.
We'll all grow together.
Exactly.
We'll all learn and grow and become...
corn.
Corn.
Corn stars.
I was going to probably soybeans. No.
Did you watch last week's episode? We told one of your jokes about corn and hogs.
I was probably
I saw it.
Oh, it's perfect.
I was probably sleeping, but remind me, what joke is that? Should I bring that one back?
Oh, when you're in Fort Collins and the bars all have bouncers. And he takes a look at your ID and he says, "Oh, you're from Iowa, huh? I heard you guys are known for your hogs there." And you say, "Well, actually, it's corn, but I prefer you don't talk about our women that way."
I should do that one again. Yeah.
Of course.
Dan's always out there protecting women.
The best thing about that joke, too, you could be from anywhere. You don't even have to mention it's Fort Collins.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. I think that's just my segue into it.
Right. I don't think you're talking about Colorado beforehand, are you?
If I ever get good enough to go on tour, I'll just do that. I'll just, whatever town I'm in, I'm going to be like, yeah, you guys, I go to the bar last night.
Oh, you guys are pretty sticklers around here, huh?
Yeah. You guys, your bar people are,
that's a good point.
Your doorman.
High standards.
Can we name any comedians other than the ones we know personally that are from Iowa? Because you don't get a lot of comedians out there that have a special and they say, "Oh, I talked to this guy. He said, 'Oh, you're from Iowa, huh?'" That's not a very common setup. You gotta have that.
Well, you gotta have the.
Locked.
I'm handing the ID to him.
Oh, well, just the response. "Oh, you're from Iowa, huh?"
Yeah, so he sees the.
I've never heard that setup.
Oh, really? That's weird, because I feel like when I wrote that joke, that was like one of those jokes where it's like, "Oh, this is too good. Somebody else had to have done this already."
Right. Well, the hogs thing probably.
Yeah, but.
Nebraska, maybe.
Right. Yeah.
Although Iowa really is known for their hogs. Have you seen Don Zilla's? Anyway, we'll move on. I have a new video here to perform. This isn't raised. That's what's happening. I felt hunched over. And I'm realizing. Here we go. You ready?
Oh.
There we go. And we've risen my mic. For Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. It only took me 3 minutes into the show to realize. It's a miracle.
Hell yeah.
Did you do anything for Easter?
Watch the Pope die.
Wasn't that something?
Well, that was crazy.
We're going to talk about that. Of course, we're recording a new episode of David Collins' 30-minute half-hour show tomorrow, which is yesterday.
Nope, 2 days ago.
What?
2 days ago. Today's Wednesday.
And I'm recording it yesterday as of Wednesday.
And your
Drive Time David Collins is on Wednesdays, of course, and we have an episode of David Collins' 30-minute half-hour show in the books with guest Johnny Gates. But, of course, we'll probably make some jokes about the Pope there for World News.
Yeah.
Or not really too many jokes. It's pretty serious.
I say you
we'll
better be careful. God might strike you down.
Right.
My mom's the biggest Catholic I know, and she was making jokes about it. So
I
think fair game.
Wasn't this Pope a Nazi?
No, that was the
last one.
Yeah, last one.
Really? They were saying this,
the one who quit.
This
yeah,
Pope
he did.
Is all about peace. They were saying he's a very peaceful Pope.
Well, he's peaceful now. He's at peace. Rest in peace.
Yep.
Did you do anything for Easter?
Oh yeah, the
Watch
original
Poke.
question you asked. My mom made a bunch of food, and I ate a bunch of food and slept a little bit.
That's nice.
Golfed.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. How about you guys?
Well, I was probably going to talk about it on David Collins' 30-minute half-hour shows tomorrow's recording. I had a handful of cucumber sandwiches. I very much enjoyed them.
You look like a cucumber sandwich.
Oh, thank you. When my mom and I had a small lunch, it was nice. We were expecting more people. She invited the neighbors and everything. Nobody showed up.
Oh, that's rude.
Damn.
If I would have got invited, I probably would have went.
COVID, man.
Well, you weren't.
I know.
No offense.
No offense taken.
My mother's never met you. She said about you, seeing you in the air, she said you drops a lot of F-bombs.
I thought that was your mom that says that.
I think a lot of people's moms probably say that when they listen to the show. You're ruining that demographic for us.
You know what, dude? Moms love me. Don't even act like they don't.
Welcome to Drive Time, David Collins, everybody. Boy, what an energy-filled Wednesday morning, huh? It's almost like it's already the end of the day.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's enjoying their morning coffee this morning. I apologize that we're not live in order to take calls this morning, although that's generally not much of a problem. We have a great show packed for you today. In fact, just an hour ago, I noticed this was released, a new video by the two young Jewish boys that we met in Monks.
Why do you say it like that?
How else am I supposed to?
I don't know. It just sounds funny to me.
People know.
It would sound worse if you just said the two young boys that we met.
Or the two young Jews.
Well,
Yeah.
Aria and Baruch Eliyahu. I am live in the Discord right now, so if anybody...
You have a beautiful singing voice.
If anybody catches this right now, they could listen to the show live.
If you haven't seen...
They'd hear everybody.
If you haven't seen the Mr. Show sketch live, pre-taped live call-in show, it's right up this alley. It's,
Oh, perfect.
It's so good. It's so fucking funny.
Well, everybody, speaking of funny, how about these two young boys?
That's them?
That's one of them.
I thought that was your segment from later.
Oh, this is...
That's one of them?
Baruch.
Really? Is that the one that dressed up like Julian Dubuque?
The one that plays the
Right,
flute.
this is Julian Dubuque, and he did that.
Well, I know the other one's a short Jewish.
We watched the Julian Dubuque video last week.
We've
I believe.
accomplished the Jewish. What?
This is Baruch Eliyahu, everybody.
I mean, with that kind of name, he's not fucking Spanish.
And depending on what might happen here, it's Wednesday morning right now.
Mm-hmm.
By Wednesday afternoon, we might have a drive time back from work, a special episode.
Nice.
Featuring Baruch Eliyahu. We're going to see how that kind of works out there. No, I apologize if you don't see that that's actually taking place today, but it should be. We'll see. But Baruch Eliyahu, just an hour ago, has released a new episode on his YouTube channel, which I insist they change the name of Mr. Weeb 420.
That's their name, Mr. Weed 420.
Of the YouTube channel.
I dig it.
But they had a brand new video, so we thought we'd take a little look here.
It makes no sense.
You say Mr. Weeb?
Mr. Weeb 420 is the
Weeb?
name of the
I
YouTube
thought it was
channel.
Weeb.
W-E-E-B?
Right.
Okay.
All right, I kind of like that even better.
And I'm actually really excited to watch this here because I think it kind of fits the theme of what else we're going to talk about today. We're going to be moving all through a certain type of spectrum.
Dude, tell that lady to put a bra on.
Baruch Eliyahu, everybody.
His tits are bigger than mine.
Oh, is this muted?
Bro, have I been getting fat? Guys, for the past week, I've been eating nothing but chicken and vegetables.
You guys hear this okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baruch Eliyahu, they're really getting, and this actually was the biggest criticism last time that I talked about him. They didn't have any plot with that Julian Dubuque. So now it's a plot. He's trying to lose weight.
Okay.
And seeing
Boy, could he
abs
use it.
And oh my
He's in
God,
New Jersey,
my muscles
too.
are already bigger than the entire state of Alaska. Let's go. Bro, just get up, bro. Yo, this pussy can just get up. Like, why isn't he just getting up? Yo, just get up.
All right. Well, I get the comment that he's making, but
I mean, I will admit, anytime I'm watching UFC with my brother or anybody, I'll just be like, yeah, kiss! Get him, kiss!
right.
Hug him! Hug him harder!
Well, they can't poke each other in the eyes or anything. They're kind of just looking for an excuse to touch each other.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, can we find a way to make this less dangerous so we can still touch each other?
Yeah, I'm surprised the UFC doesn't have more gay fans.
Yeah, Baruch Eliyahu actually was a lightweight boxer at some
Nice
point.
pause point. Let me get a snap of that and draw a dick in his mouth.
Oh, that's perfect. Anybody want to screenshot that, send it to dc30minutehalfhour@gmail.com.
The best edit wins a free t-shirt.
So we're about 40 seconds in. So he's, of course, watching UFC. He's going to have a training montage in this video, and I'm seeing this for the first time, but I don't want to watch the entire 10-minute video. I encourage other people to watch it. Training montage.
Nice gi.
That's a real thing. He's fought in that before. He's a trained fighter.
Well, I hope he's not doing stolen valor.
We wonder. I was saying this before the show, too. I want to get his dad in the studio. We talked about this. I'm going to have Baruch Eliyahu back on the show, and his friend Aria continues to avoid me and doesn't want to do the show. He said, but I'm going to get a ride from my dad anyway.
He's avoiding
and
you.
I'll come do the show. I don't know what's going on with those two.
I'll tell you what, that boy don't know how to handle cattle, though.
But I asked him, I said, does your dad want to do the show? And he hasn't gotten back to me. So we'll see. Maybe instead of just dropping him off and leaving and then coming back as soon as he gets back home, I'm not sure what his dad plans on doing for an hour and a half. He's an hour and a half away.
He's going to do what Dan was doing. Jerk off in his car.
Right. We were a little late getting to the studio here, but I was driving around for 2 hours trying to get technical issues solved today.
And I had to improvise.
Right.
You had to vamp.
Baruch Eliyahu, everybody. Their new video.
I am impressed. Those look like 75-pound hay bales.
Guys, have I been getting fat is the name of the title. Let's just jump to the end here. You know, I can't believe how well this is going to segue into our theme today.
You shouldn't have to prove yourself.
Low-hanging fruit, David.
Well, I have a lot of low-hanging fruit fighters. That's what I call them.
Low-hanging fruit.
We as human beings are.
The fruit is down, you could say.
We should feel enough.
Baruch Eliyahu.
We should feel worthy.
Dude, you could really see, I like his haircut.
He's a good actor.
He reminds me of that Thurman Merman from Bad Santa.
Very good.
Thurman Merman. I forgot how awesome that is.
Yeah. You know, it's fucking...
I love that movie.
Thurman?
Oh, there's a good shot.
They left a little cut of him like smiling.
These guys are following all of my advice. I told them, you need more of a plot. We get a little more of a plot. I say, you got to make them laugh, but at the end, you got to make them cry.
Yeah, dude, someone's got to have to, like, steal his dog, and he's got to get it back or something. Put some plot in there.
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah. You know the guy. He kind of reminds me of a young Keanu.
I hope the brakes stop working on their car one of these days.
Jesus.
That's Speed, everybody. You know Keanu Reeves movies. Dan is a real expert in movies while we're watching The Sunset here.
Where they perform emergency kidney transplant surgery. And you know, one of the biggest lessons they taught me in there was that you should never let your asshole cameraman force you to drink gasoline for some stupid fucking YouTube. Okay? Luckily,
Where did they get this wheelchair?
Dude,
This is
love
a good scene.
He just went into the fucking lobby and grabbed it.
They're just borrowing a wheelchair from a hospital.
With an ice cream cone in his hand. No mention of the ice cream cone. Like, what's that there for? You didn't get that from the fucking hospital.
These guys have a lot of great ideas.
I like this guy. This is good.
Tripod's a little tilted.
No, but they fixed all the audio
Well, he
issues.
said he's
Another
an asshole
complaint I had.
cameraman.
I was getting on these guys about the audio issues that they were having, and I said, "What's the point of even doing these great videos if you're going to have audio issues?" And they've really resolved that since their
Nice.
first video.
Hell yeah.
You saved Mr. Weeb 420,
I
David.
take full credit for this channel's success.
I discovered these kids. I put them on.
Can we wrap up this scene though?
please like and subscribe.
All right. Well, is it ironic? Do I give them a pass if it's ironic? I hate this like and subscribe thing. What year is it?
Honestly, yeah. If it's being ironic, then yeah. But if it's being sincere, I kind of hate it too.
Yeah.
So why is
But
this?
he did say it with like a fucking weird tone. Please like and subscribe. So maybe he was being facetious.
We could take a quick look at Baruch Eliyahu's previous video before this. You can see how much changes they've made here.
That's not Baruch.
Oh, it's not. All right, so this was
Sorry, wrong video, guys.
This was an interesting channel that I found here, and when I first saw this channel, I'll be honest with everybody, I say, "Oh, this is innocent." I don't like that people are encouraging somebody who can't speak to do commentary videos, but it's not something that I really want to show on my show. And then I found a couple of his other videos, and I said, maybe it fits the theme today. So we're going to take a little bit of introduction to who is this guy? WWE Brian. Are you a fan of wrestling, Troy? You grew up watching wrestling.
Yeah, and actually...
Do you know this Brian character?
No. Lately, I've been getting back into wrestling. The Divas are really nice.
And I've seen that. A lot of people, even some other person of this ilk was talking about wrestling I saw on Facebook.
Of this ilk.
And he really liked the Divas, too.
Dude, I'm a big fan of Divas. I think Casey Jackson, we did that Casey Jax episode.
Got you back into wrestling.
Yeah, it did. It kind of revitalized
Can I tell
me.
this story here, everybody?
Please.
I tell this story, and I don't really want to divulge too much about this, but I saw Casey Jax at the grocery store that I've been working at, the undisclosed grocery store that I've been managing at there for the last few months. We talked about this. You were at a grocery store. Now I'm at a grocery store. I saw Casey Jax. Now I'm not sure his real name. He wasn't in character. He was with a woman.
Oh.
He's probably grocery shopping.
I think his real name's Casey.
Is it Casey?
That's what I... Yeah.
Oh.
He used to make me coffee.
I thought it was a fake name.
No. Actually, you know what also I fucking figured? You know, Casey Jax is that dude from Ninja Turtles.
Is that right?
Remember the guy with the
He
hockey
probably
mask?
talked about that on Post 4 Productions. He talked
he?
about the origin of his name.
Did he?
And I don't think it had to do with the Ninja Turtles.
Well, I'm just saying Casey
Actually,
Jax
I think
is
the
on there.
Ninja Turtles thing ended up being a happy coincidence. He had a different origin, and then he said years later, I actually found out that that's in a different context. Ninja Turtles character.
I smoke a lot of weed. Maybe that's where I found out about it.
Right. Well, anyway, I saw him at the grocery store. Guy didn't even recognize me.
What?
I was
You're very
offended.
recognizable.
I'm not sure.
Did you not have your glasses on?
Well, no, I was, you know.
Were you not being a
And they
prick?
don't allow me to wear hats in there.
Oh.
That's probably why.
But he didn't. I said, "What do you mean?" So apparently, I'm invisible out in the world. I had no idea. This explains the whole Boston thing. I walked around Boston for hours. Nobody recognized me. I said, "Oh, it's just."
Yeah, how
It's
has your
not even-
celebrity not reached that status
I
yet?
thought, no, it's not even that. It's that apparently I'd look different on camera. And you notice that too. Have you ever seen an actor out in the wild and you say, "Oh, wow, he looks so different on camera"?
He looks so much shorter.
Dude, my friends
Right.
text me when they see David Collins out in the wild.
Oh, do they?
They don't say anything to me. Say
Yes,
hello.
they do.
Say hello, people.
They certainly do.
I'm very approachable.
Bunk said she saw you running into the okie dokie. She was like, David Collins.
I don't have good hearing either.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe people are recognizing you. You're just ignoring them, bigwig.
I try to say, I always have a pen on me too. If anybody asks for an autograph, doesn't happen too often, but sometimes.
Sign my boobs.
Anyway, what was this guy's name? Brian?
That'd be a hairy pen. Who's gonna hair your chest
No,
near
no,
you?
no, I said that would hurt with the pen.
Oh.
Oh, it's a tattoo then.
A tattoo.
You get a free one.
A tattoo.
Why don't we take a little listen to WWE Brian here? And listen closely.
On Franco is the trail.
Now, you can see why I didn't want to show this on the show.
Yeah, I feel like you showed too much already.
Isn't this strange, though? And you can see it's very support. There aren't a lot of comments on this video, to be honest.
Really?
You'd think that it'd be flooded with supports.
Well,
it's not flooded with anything.
You'd hope.
I'd hope so. I'm not really sure what this channel is, and I wish all the best for Brian because what we're gonna
He's got 4.5K
is
subscribers.
4,500 subscribers.
Maybe I gotta start talking about wrestling.
And it's all these WWE fans, of course. But I found, it maybe not the commentary that he's best at, but he does know how to give a performance.
Okay.
And I wanted to redeem Brian today after showing, maybe something he's not the best at.
Right on.
And say, who is managing this, and why is this in the forefront of his
does he
channel?
cut good wrestling promos?
You're way ahead of me here.
Dude, I saw him like I said, I'm coming for you, Macho Man.
We're dealing with some slow load times here, but we're going to jump to his most popular video. And this is what turned me on Brian. And I said,
Brian turned you on?
We're going to be talking about Baruch Eliyahu today. We're going to be talking a little more Kevin McNeely. I can't not allow Brian to be in the mix here. He looks just like Eli.
WWE Brian or Baruch? Who's going to win in a fucking cage match?
Well, the problem is Baruch is classically trained.
Well, you don't think this guy's a deadly weapon?
You tell me.
Yeah, let's see.
We're going to pull this
Do a little
up
more
here.
research here.
Now, we have a WWE theme song coming up. I'd like everybody at home to sing along.
Want to kiss my carrots? This dude fucks.
For the audio listeners, WWE Brian is wearing a shirt that says, "Would you kiss my carrots?" And there's a couple of snowmen on there. It's Christmas themed.
Thanks for fixing the grammar on his shirt.
Yeah, want to kiss my carrot?
Oh, did I change the words? Anyway, here we go. Brian, WWE Brian, everybody. Music pretty quiet, of course, but that's not what we're here for.
He seems like he would listen to music loud.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, he's a young go-hard. Most young go-hards listen to loud heavy metal.
All right. So he is just hyping up the music.
He's pumping
for the
up the
audio
crowd.
listeners here. He's pumping up the crowd here. He's kind of holding back. He's just using his wrists to pump up the crowd. But
He's trying to get someone to kiss his carrot.
what do you think?
He's going to pull his carrot out, I bet.
I don't think YouTube would let him monetize.
Well, no, it's the camera view. Actually, I think that was a kneel stance. I think he was in a track running stance there.
He's
Like
a
that?
3-point stance. He's a football player. He's a little teapot.
WWE Brian, everybody. Now, Troy, the reason I show you this is because I thought you could start doing videos like this.
I do need to start
You're
exercising.
wrestling. You're trying to do more content there. Do a wrestling promo to the WWE theme song. Start
I'd
doing
wrestle around with
commentary.
that
on the
cardboard
things.
cutout.
Maybe we can get Brian on the show. Who do you think manages Brian?
I think the cardboard cutout might win.
Dude, I'd let her win.
One thing that bothers me about Brian here, and I say this about everybody. I already say people are too horny. Brian's clearly, somebody help Brian out.
Throw the dog a bone.
His DMs are open, I'm sure. Safe. There's a safety sign there.
Safe to say his DMs are open.
Boy, those are some muscular snowmen. You guys
How
notice
did
that
he get
picture?
PS5? What the fuck?
This is an old video, too. He might have gotten it
Make-A-Wish.
first. Do you still not have a PS5?
I'm just kidding. I have PS5.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
I do. My brother bought it.
WWE Brian, everybody. Look at these two.
Hi.
Boy, aren't you adorable.
Thanks.
Oh, Dave.
Dan McCullough and Troy Rigdon here, everybody. Just to remind anybody just tuning in, this is an episode of Drive Time David Collins. And I say just tuning in, although you say this isn't live, isn't it just a video? We will be premiering it. So that way, people can watch it progressively and all together in a chat together.
Right.
Maybe I'll even be in that chat. I apologize. I won't be able to make that chat, actually. I know I'm very busy this Wednesday.
I'll try to be there.
A bit
I'll
of a
be in the
problem.
chat.
I'll be in the
But Matt Ferry will be there.
I'll try. Yeah, I'll do my darndest, y'all.
Since I don't have to actually wake up and drive somewhere, I might
Yeah.
actually sit in bed and.
I don't know. I'll make some coffee and.
Good morning, Dan.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Weege. I got rid of my AIDS.
Oh, we should announce some of the people that we know will be listening. Merch Mouse, of course.
Yo,
I was
what
going to be
up?
very happy that you're here, Troy Rigdon.
Yes, Merch Mouse.
What have you been up to? Why have we been missing you?
I've just been working a lot.
You've been back to work, and it's not at a grocery store. Is it retail?
Yeah, I guess.
Agriculture?
Yeah, the Tractor Supply.
What would you say? I don't want to try to narrow it down for the audience or anything. I'm just trying to get your...
Yeah, I'm the new dare officer.
People can picture.
No, yeah, I've just
You just passed all of your dare-related tests.
Yeah, dude, I'm back on the sauce.
You could be a dare officer.
I have a lot of inspiration to give the youth.
What is that Robert Wallace joke? Got a test in the morning. Studying for a test in the morning. Drug test.
Right.
Yeah.
Did he say he passed it or he's studying?
He's studying for a test. Tomorrow.
Right.
Drug test.
Dude, yeah, I dig my new job. I just get stoned and water plants all day. It's pretty tight.
Oh, that's nice. What kind of plants?
Oh, all sorts. Trees, outdoor plants, vegetables, shit.
Some of those Illinois plants.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Interesting.
I can't get corporate to sign off on it yet, but...
Oh, so you work for a corporation?
Yeah, it's kind of
How do you
lame,
feel
actually.
about that? Do you have to wear a uniform?
I wear a vest.
Oh, I know which one. Is it a red vest?
It's a red
I know
vest.
where you work, yeah. Well, one of two places I know where you work.
It's not Target.
Oh, well, that could be thrown in the mix, but I don't think Target's on horse
it's
feed.
Dare again. You guys are pranking. All right.
Bulletproof vest.
I'm a red coat.
Everybody, please let me know what you think about these new cameras. I'm really excited for it, but I might have to get a new co-host in here to say, look at this. I can see right over here. Hello, everybody.
I like the
Isn't that
angles.
interesting?
But if you go to that one, I have to move my head like this.
I've scooted back so far in setting
you're
this
fine.
up. It's
You're good.
I like to put
I
it
do
here
kind
so it
of-
looks like I'm a clown nose.
In fact, I did this just so I might say I'm not even here. It's just for you two.
Mm-hmm.
And then Craig's here, of course,
What's
everybody.
Craig got to say?
I don't know. I don't have a. I should cut out his mouth.
Yeah, you definitely got to cut.
And
his
then I
mouth
can
out.
put his. And then I can just put my own mouth.
Do like the Canadians from South Park. Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah.
that'd be funny.
Look, I'm Craig, everybody, and then my mouth would be there.
Just pick your nose.
You be blowing
I wanna pick
kisses?
Craig's nose.
Oh, I rubbed his back last week. Let's leave Craig alone, everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watched you essay Craig last week.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah. I was like, dude, too long.
So we talked a little about Billy McNeely. Now, I've been following Billy McNeely for about a year and a half now.
He's a stud.
And he's interesting. He's given me some advice. I don't think he describes accurately verbally what you should be doing, but he doesn't really perform the action. So as long as you're just listening carefully, he can give you some good advice.
He says, do as I say, not as I do.
Right. He's a real adult in that way.
He looks like Hank Hill.
Tucks in his shirt, too. You're exactly right.
If that was a white shirt, that would be Hank Hill for Halloween right there.
Mm-hmm. Same haircut.
Yeah. Same facial expression, same square body.
I think he looks like he's being attacked by a red Venom suit.
Okay.
That's how he fights too. But this video is called "It's Getting to Know Your Opponent on YouTube." And he knew I was going to be announcing it too because he starts with an "It is." This video is called "It's Getting to Know Your Opponent on YouTube." I don't think that's a quote from the video. He titles his videos so in the context that he's using the sentence.
It's like he's answering the question that we're all asking.
Yeah, manja, give the people what they want.
Oh, what's this video for? It's getting to know your opponent on YouTube.
I didn't know he was my op though.
We're all our own worst ops, dude.
He just does like self therapy.
Yeah. Self-affirmations in the mirror.
Yeah. Damn it.
Get out of me,
People like
demon.
Now, when I showed this to Delicious and Robert Wallace, they didn't give me the reaction that I expected. They never give you a reaction that you suppose.
You're showing them one of them.
Well, I don't know. These are three completely different types of people, but I understand the Venn diagram that you're composing.
Yes.
Billy McNeely, everybody. We got to take
Eloquently put.
Sometimes this guy puts 2 videos on a week, so I can't even say what's he talking about this week. You really have to be on him to know what you're talking about every day. But this is one of the videos that he posted this week. This is
20-minute long video.
2008. 20 minutes, 8 seconds. It's a great year. It's a great year for music.
Was it?
2008 and 2013. 2008, I think, was a Katy Perry album.
Oh my god.
Which one was it? With Fireworks. Is that right?
That sounds like it'd be I Kissed a Girl.
I think that was 2006.
Oh. You're way more up on your
Remember when
Katy
she
Perry
did that
than
on the
I am.
MVA Music Video Awards?
Oh, did she kiss a girl in that?
She did. It was a big deal.
I mean, maybe for some of you homophobes.
Oh, maybe for... I mean, not in front of Billy.
I embraced it. I love watching chicks kiss.
Also, if nobody noticed last week, we pointed out he has a new punching bag. It's kind of crowding the room. I hope he's getting use out of it. And he's not going to be punching that thing. It's more of a kicking bag. I hope he's getting his kicks in.
Dude, you spend money on something like that, you definitely show it off. That's probably expensive.
Certainly. But that's one of the things now. Of course, we are in... This is no longer Matt's place. There's a new tenant here. But
mystery tenant.
They have a punching bag.
Is his name David?
It's in the garage. No. That's great. That's a very funny joke, though. Very quick. That's why we have you here, Troy. Anyway, let's get to Billy McNeely. This is what everybody's waiting for. Good morning, everybody. One thing, I'm going to stop myself again here. One thing I noticed here, we used to have the video covering the outdoor cam. We can have the outdoor cam on the whole show now. Look at this. What a beautiful outdoors.
I like your new truck, David.
Oh, it's not mine. Some people thought that Subaru with the spoiler on the back was mine, too.
Dude, that would be a fun thing to take a poll for the fans to be like, what kind of car do you think David Collins drives?
Well, I wonder.
I'd be interested to see the...
For a while.
Got his own private parking spot outside the studio.
I get a lot of rides, too.
He gets
It's not even
chauffeured
like I'm
in a
driving
limo.
that often. Oh, here's a good test. Oh, we get to see a walker on the outdoor cam.
Oh, dude, they're looking right at us.
They're not even at the...
Wave at him.
On the sidewalk.
Wave at him.
Everybody at home, wave to the walker. She has a dog.
She is a dog.
Welcome to my new martial arts acting video. It's
All right.
Getting to know your opponent.
Getting to know your
This one I
opponents.
play a guy whose girlfriend is murdered by a martial arts master.
Uh-oh.
And then he's offered to compete in the guy who killed his girlfriend's tournament. He wins against many opponents and forms, spars many people, and he
Good.
eventually fights the guy in charge responsible for killing his girlfriend.
Dude, Baruch could take a page out of this guy's book on setting up plot.
I think Baruch... You know how we had Robert Wallace do the historic city of Dubuque
Yeah.
video? Can we get Baruch Eliyahu to just mirror one of Billy McNeely's videos?
Yeah.
I think that would work pretty well.
See if he can perform the combat moves more gracefully.
Certainly. Well, I'm sure he could, but I want him to get it exactly
I don't
right.
know, dude.
I
He
feel
puts a lot of content out.
He wouldn't have to feel so scrunched up if he shot
that
it.
Venom
if
suit
he
wasn't crushing him?
If he turned the phone sideways and shot it,
He
widescreen.
looks bigger at vertical.
You have a good point. I'm afraid Billy's trying to create shorts, but he just doesn't know how to shut off the camera.
He sits down and starts jerking off. I thought this thing was off.
And does he do that?
I don't know. We haven't seen this video yet.
Billy has a lot of will. He doesn't give in. Unlike that WWE Bryan we were looking at earlier. Look at the difference between those two rooms. Now, this is a guy with respect and discipline.
And no PlayStation 5.
Right. Although he has a weird monitor in front of the mirror. I'm not sure what the...
He's spending
deal
all
with
his time working on his body. His body's a temple, okay?
So for anybody who missed this, of course, he's caught in a Bruce Lee movie here where he has to fight the leader of a
Bollywood
temple.
flick.
In a temple of kung fu fighters.
I like how he put the the tiger print blanket out for this jungle.
Oh, that's Zebra, brother?
Oh, you have a great point.
Zebra, yeah. No, it could be a snow tiger.
You know what? It could be.
Yeah.
Potato,
That's
potato.
Zebra.
I think it's that Spider-Man's
He's
villain.
exotic either way.
Yeah.
It's a costume.
He's a cultured man of the world.
Billy McNeely, everybody.
I go, wish me luck.
Good luck, Billy.
Oh, of course. So he's got to fight the bad guy here, and he always says, "Here I go. Wish me luck."
So he's gonna bow to his opponent that murdered his wife, giving the opponent respect.
This is also the plot of a Mortal Kombat movie.
Dude, the Mortal Kombat video. Yeah.
You know that movie?
Shao Kahn's gonna be here watching.
What a great movie. My favorite character is Shiva.
Oh, dude. You like the muscular titties, don't you?
I like four-armed ladies.
She was such a good person. She was my world.
He really gets into character. Not a lot of people expect this. They say, "Oh, great, I'm going to learn something," but he really gets into character.
Dude, if he sheds a tear, Grammy.
He can't shed a tear.
I don't understand why people can be so cruel and mean.
Oh, he's sitting down.
And she supported me at
Just like a martial art.
Just like in martial arts. He pulled the chair that they used to. They break over each other's backs. The bamboo chair.
Oh.
You know.
The art of war starts with negotiation.
Oh.
Fair enough.
That's a
He's been reading
that's a
Sun
quote
Tzu.
from Billy McNeely. Actually.
So we don't. Did we check that quote? Have you read the
This
book?
is an authentic Billy McNeely quote.
Second rule of war: tacos first.
Of course, it's Tuesday.
every day.
Just kidding. It's Wednesday, everybody.
JKLOL.
It's not even Tuesday. Don't tell him though.
I didn't say it.
Staying in shape. You name it.
He looks like he's trying to seduce
I
him.
don't know what to do anymore. Now that she's been murdered. But I swear.
Oh, I thought she was missing. I thought he was
No,
gonna...
murdered.
Responsible.
Oh, this is a vengeful act.
Yeah, that's why I'm like he's. Why it's confusing.
What's this?
Made you look.
Being offered to do a tournament?
Oh wait, this is the beginning of the tournament.
Oh, no wonder this is 20 minutes long.
He's still realizing that is he could fight in the tournament.
This is an entire movie.
This is the beginning of this is the opening scene of the movie.
Yo, is this his? Instead of sending you a script, he sends you this. David Collins produced my movie.
He looks at the camera like it's The Office. He says, "What's this? An invitation to a Mortal Kombat tournament?"
This is his talking head.
Can I hit that?
Yeah.
My girlfriend.
You guys get a phone call?
No.
I'll compete.
Yeah.
Ring.
I'm gonna make him wish he didn't do that to her.
Someone's in the Discord.
All right. I don't know. What did we watch? The first fight and the last fight?
Get this man a belt.
Is somebody in the Discord? Did you hear somebody?
No.
I don't know, his pants are chained up, though.
Dude.
Tucks him in.
No, he tucks his belly over him.
Maybe that's his gi underneath his jeans.
He looks like an ice cream cone that's melting. Wait, what was that fight? He looks like he's built like a bag of milk.
Right.
It was Mike Tyson fought fucking Holyfield on Jake Paul's thing with Snoop Dogg.
Billy McNeely's pretty tight. I think he looks more like an icy pop that's melting.
Oh, red, white, and blue icy pop?
Right.
With the colors out of order.
Sparring. I'll be fighting some tough people, huh?
Yep.
Bring them on.
All right, Billy, bring him on.
Good luck, Billy.
Speak up, please.
He's gonna rip a fart.
Oh my gosh, do we get to see? I don't know if we. Oh, it's a bathroom. It's been a bathroom the whole time.
What'd you think? He's gonna open to a library?
I thought he was upstairs. I pictured a hallway.
Yeah,
I
me too,
pictured
actually.
other rooms. I pictured to the left there was a downstairs. It's been a bathroom the whole time. What?
Always keep him guessing, right?
Time to go train. Immediately dumps.
Boy, he's tall. I didn't realize till he got in that doorway that he's probably, what is he, 6'5"?
Well, it only looks taller because he's on vertical.
Maybe.
He's a man of angles.
That's why he looks such in shape, too. It's a big trash can for a bathroom. That's like a 40-gallon black hefty bag.
What?
I'm a big expert on trash cans. I don't know if anybody knows that. You know, I used to follow this guy that was a member of the fire alarm community. He kind of looked like Kevin McNeely, actually. But you guys follow this, the fire alarm community at all? There's a big community of people that collect fire alarms and other emergency buttons.
Oh.
No.
I did not know.
It's a very strange community. I follow the garbage bag community, though, personally. It's smaller. Not a lot of people have heard about it. So that's why I try to open with the fire alarm community, because more people have heard about that. But I guess you guys haven't heard of either, so.
Nope.
Billy McNeely. All right, he's going to change. Boy, do I hope this is edited. This must be... So, how long does it take him to change? We have...
He did this all in one shot.
That's pretty quick.
Is he talking through the whole fucking... Is he like... He's narrating? You hear him fall.
Uh-oh.
Toilet flushes.
3 minutes later, we have Billy McNeely. By the way, the next Billy McNeely video we're watching is an anti-bullying campaign.
Oh.
Just tread lightly.
How ironic.
Here he comes. Oh, he's a nurse now.
I was literally going to say, he looks like he's wearing
He's wearing
scrubs.
How else is he going to sneak into that tournament? No way anybody would believe he's a fighter.
He like checked the front door like his mom was coming in. Did you see his look over there?
You know what I find interesting? How high his belt is. I just want to take note of that. But we're going to leave Billy McNeely alone here
Well, I'm ready
after
to
just
compete.
one sparring match. This is what I'm here for.
Get my hands on the guy.
It's not my fault he does such a long lead up.
Killed my girlfriend.
Is he a black belt?
He is.
I think it's turquoise.
Turquoise belt.
That's why I double checked to make sure he's at least 300 miles away.
Wow, they seem to be doing
You
pretty
see him
good.
just run up through the field.
Come on, you can do
What's
it.
that movie,
Keep
Get
going.
Out?
Yes, the kids are doing
David
great.
have to get his gun.
There's still dialogue. Are we still building characters in this?
I wish there was closed captioning.
He's meeting the what's Balls of Fury? The George,
The ping pong movie?
Who's the George?
The main dude.
Who had the movie? Who's the Mexican guy with the show?
George Lopez?
George Lopez.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
in
he
Balls
was.
of Fury. So right now, Billy McNeely's talking to his George Lopez character.
Right.
You guys know Balls of Fury references?
Yeah, great movie.
Anyway, we're 6 minutes in, everybody, and he hasn't started fighting. I thought he was going to start with the final match, but I guess we'll just jump to it here.
Well, don't ruin the ending.
Now we're going to ruin it.
Spoiler alert, everybody.
Billy McNeely, everybody,
Stop.
don't worry.
Turn the stream off now if you
Yeah.
don't want spoilers.
By the time anybody gets to this video, he's going to have 6 new storylines for you to keep up on.
Fucking A.
There's no way to keep up on Billy McNeely unless every show you watch is also
It's
talking
his
about
gut
him.
show.
No.
It's like his
Oh, come
side-
on.
He had to cut the
side
sides up.
I'm not saying it would fit me. Either. Jesus.
Damn. It was very,
It's his
very
father's
astute.
gi. He's got to avenge his wife and his father's
It was
gi.
his girlfriend's gi.
Oh, it was his girlfriend.
He's wearing it to honor her in the battle of her life.
That's another point. Billy, you weren't even married to this woman. I understand there was an attachment, but you have no obligation to sacrifice yourself for this girlfriend.
It's like, dog, you were still in the honeymoon phase. Chill.
Right. Poor Billy.
Hey, man, he loves like a puppy.
Kia, 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 Kia.
All we're really here is for the stomp, everybody.
Kia, 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 Kia,
Kia,
Kia, Kia, Kia, Kia.
I thought his pants were gonna fall down when
That
he
was a
jumped like
crotch
that.
shot.
Starting to.
I've seen that before. That does happen sometimes, and it's not.
In the heat of battle, pants fall down
Sometimes
often.
he has to.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe if he wore his belt around his pants instead of around his belly button.
Right, he's missing the whole idea of what a belt's there for. He does one of these. He says, time out,
Time
everybody,
out.
and he pulls up his pants, and then he says, all right, everybody,
Time in.
wish me luck.
They do the Wayne's World. Game on.
Kia, Kia.
Kia.
Fighting ants?
Is that all you got?
Ants.
Ant.
Kia,
Oh, it was
He's a dolphin.
he pretended he was going to bow, but then he snuck into a headbutt
Dude, sneaky.
Oh, I thought
from
he was
somebody that was
hit.
crawling on his neck. I don't know.
The ultimate disrespect.
Kia,
He's going for the respect and disrespect.
Kia, Kia, Kia,
I'm going to have to watch this so many times to learn from it.
What was that?
Kia. Is that all you got, punk? Come on, Kane, you think you're so tough?
We
Take
named
me
him
on.
Kane.
Did he call him Kane?
Kane.
This is
think-
Mortal
yeah,
Kombat,
Kane.
isn't it?
It's gotta be, yeah.
All right. Well, we watch the same movies, Billy.
You coward. I beat you in that sparring match, now I can take
What do you think Billy has to say about A Serious Man?
Is that the Nicolas Cage movie?
No, it's a movie about the Jewish family.
Coen Brothers movie.
Hey, right. Yeah, of course. 2010. It's one of the best movies. It is the best movie of 2010, you could say. But I'd like to see Billy McNeely's review of that. What do you think he thinks about Harold and Maude?
Never seen it.
Good question too. I don't think he's
Harold should have gotten in a death match with the Grim Reaper after the end of that movie. That's what he thinks.
I wonder what kind of porn this guy watches.
Billy McNeely, can we get some of your movie reviews? You've outed yourself as a Mortal Kombat fan. I want to know more.
He outed himself as a Mortal Kombat.
All right, Billy,
fan.
wrap us up. We've been moving on. We gave you a lot today, and I appreciate your time.
Hey, he gave us a lot too.
They tried to.
He gives me a lot off and on air. This is very rare that we're even bringing this on air. This is what my weekends look like.
You
think
in
they
your
have
mirror
me, but
doing
I-
this?
Well, I have I have half the screen. I have it split screened, of course, and I have half the screen playing Billy McNeely videos, and there's a lot. I never run out. And then the other half of the screen, I'm Googling, trying to find details of the place he looks at. I look at the things that he bought, and I try to figure out what stores that might have come from. I'm trying to identify where Billy is.
Trying to find the man that killed his
I want to
girlfriend.
get him on the show. Do you think that's a true story?
Well, he's got lots of girlfriends because this is a story he tells a lot. You took my girlfriend. It's like, bro, how do you get this many girlfriends?
Billy McNeely, everybody.
It's like a Seinfeld character.
Dog. This dude has got riz.
He has 1.5K subscribers. What are the comments on this video? He has a
Oh,
lot
Billy,
of
let me
comments.
be your girlfriend.
He's doing more than WWE
Looks like
Bryant.
you have the skills to defend yourself against multiple people at the same time.
Very impressive. Dude,
Making these great videos, Billy.
he's basically Super Mario, dude. His girlfriend keeps getting taken by Bowser, and he just has to go through these feats to fucking get her back.
When does Bowser kill Peach?
I mean, this is the final straw. He was mad.
Great combos, Billy. Awesome palm strikes.
I wish I could watch you beat Steven Seagal, Billy.
Dude, he would. That
you
would
would.
be the ultimate
Dude.
fight. This guy versus Steven Seagal. I would take Billy, dude.
Dude, their fight styles are parallel.
I would take Billy for sure.
Fucking.
Good effort, Billy. Here's the Kikuan's version of the pattern you performed.
Oh, shit.
In the hopes it may be useful to you.
The Poomsae.
In Budo.
In Budo.
That's
I would not click this video, Billy.
Yeah, it says Poomsae.
This is a little dangerous.
Dude, you know we already clicked it.
Anyway, I wouldn't click
You
it.
should click it.
Should we check it out,
Yeah,
everybody?
you should
All
click
right.
it.
But if
Now
it's
the curiosity's killing the cat.
all right,
If it stops the stream,
Scott Nelson, I'm after you. If this is a prank, on
Scotty
Billy
Nelson,
McNeely.
NK4SX. I'm on your bumper.
Scott Nelson says,
Oh, this is real.
"Oh my gosh, I won't pause. I'm sorry, everybody."
Taekwondo Poomsae.
Oh, okay, it was genuine advice.
Get some Poomsae from
you know what's
Taekwondo.
funny? Technically, you could go in and edit this and put like a sound warning, loud sound coming up.
Right.
You could.
Was it really that loud?
Did it scare you?
It's a little loud.
I might have accidentally
It'll
turned
wake
up
you-
your
it'll
headphones.
It'll wake me up. Good morning, Dan.
These headphones are tough to regulate, but they have their own volume settings.
Dude, I
So I
just
try to
realized.
even them out for what the show is before, so it's a little difficult. That's why, but
No.
I promise the
You
volume
clicked on a
caps up on
video
this
that
side.
you didn't plan on showing, so to no fault.
So Dan's
of
not that
yours.
pissed.
Well, the volume is very
Dude, I just-
monitored for the audience's perspective,
Okay.
but from our perspective, we can get a lot of weird levels.
I just realized you were saying hi to yourself
Yeah.
today. I'm like, why does he keep
Morning.
saying that? What's up, Troy? How you doing, buddy? Stay beautiful.
Troy, would you
you
put
got a
this
lot
on
of
for me?
sleep.
What is it?
It's a
Is this a Nazi band?
no,
Oh,
not yet.
it ain't gonna fit, dog. You want me to put it on the crop top? What do you want me to put it on?
Oh, put it around your arm so that people can see you when you're walking down the street at night.
Tough dick.
It's high vis.
Tough duck. I thought it's a tough dick.
All right.
Duck.
Boy, what a great show.
Boy,
Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Drive Time David Collins. If you're just tuning in, we have Troy Rigdon and Dan McCullough here.
Hello.
And boy, we have 4 new cameras, too. Well, a couple new cameras and a new setup.
Yep.
You see all these wires going around here? I have a wire from that over to that, and I have an adapter there and a capture card, and then that goes to the laptop.
Looks like
And
you're
I have all
building a
these other
spaceship.
wires.
There's a new studio reveal.
A bit. We're going to get some more posters here. Some people might have noticed that behind me here, I have a, oh, you can't even notice.
Signed Alice Cooper.
It's a signed Alice Cooper poster, also not mine.
I noticed that right when I walked in.
And then, of course, we have the Creature Feature TV things we mentioned a little bit on last week's show. We have a sign there that says, "Thank you for not smoking." We need a new American flag in here. I'm not
What's
sure.
up with that?
I'm not really sure the new tenant's opinion on
pretty
American
lame.
flags. You're wearing a Dare shirt.
Yeah, no, it's pretty lame.
You fit right in.
I fit in everywhere.
Is that a small dick joke?
Yeah. Thank you.
Boy, you guys are on fire. You know, one thing I noticed last week, I don't want to put you guys on the spot or anything, but last week I noticed that Delicious, we had on the show, of course, for another time, and Robert Sidney Wallace.
Their dynamic was fun.
What great chemistry those two had. Would anybody have believed that those two in a room? Can we just get those two to do a show together?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Dude, that would be
We have
great.
to figure out a way to do it without having Delicious have any of the responsibility over it, though, because I think then it goes off the rails.
Dude,
Let Robert have the responsibility.
I would say let Robert do it. You
Dude.
just gotta have someone. You gotta have a showrunner.
Yeah.
I think I just have to push record.
He can be the creative director.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's-
somebody could give them subjects or something
Right.
like
No
that.
way. Let them bring their own subjects.
Well, yeah, that's actually true.
Like a hot tub. Like they both have to sit in a hot tub for an hour and they can't leave.
You can just lock him in a basement.
Who's got a hot tub that we know?
I could arrange it.
The
We
tenant,
could arrange
the
a
new
hot
tenant
tub.
here's got one coming in next week.
Although, you know, it's one thing to arrange a hot tub. It's another thing to arrange a hot tub that people give permission for Robert Wallace and Delicious to go into.
Yeah, glitter's not good for filters.
What? Oh, the filter.
The
I
glitter.
didn't even think about the glitter in the hair. It's a nightmare. Is he even allowed at pools?
Dude, Robert like leaned over. He's like, "What's that on you?" And he like might be like, "Oh, it's glitter." And it made me laugh. I was like, "Oh,
It's outed.
It was nice. I remember
People don't really get to see that on the camera.
No. Well, how could you not, dude? It's glittery.
Oh, do you get to see it? I didn't really.
Well,
Can you notice?
I mean, I just knew it was there, I guess.
Right.
But he always shines on camera, so maybe it's not just glitter. Maybe it's just his personality.
So we have one more, who's doing some combat sports here.
Okay.
And I wanted to highlight him also. His name is what's his name here?
This guy's either named Kyle or Chad. He's
I'll
got
warn
a Monster
everybody.
Energy drink.
This is a sketch from the Dupree Show.
Balin Dupree is my new favorite thing to watch on Instagram. She's got Tourette's, and
Right.
she has a whole TLC
Blind
show
Mike
about
Geary
it.
has been following Balin Dupree for about a year and a half now.
It's so funny, and she's hot.
Oh, cool.
She was 16 when I started watching her.
She's definitely not 16.
Well, I
now.
just mentioned it was a year and a half, so maybe that makes sense.
A year and a, she's definitely like drinking and shit.
Is she? I thought she was very young. She
I
looks
hope
very
she's
young.
fucking. I hope she's over 18.
What are you sending her?
What?
What are you sending her?
What am I sending her?
Yeah, why would you hope? What are you doing that would indict
Well, I just
you?
said that she's hot, so she's not 18.
Oh, well, young people can be hot.
All right, thank you.
Right, Troy?
Right.
There we go.
Right.
Everybody heard it from Troy here.
Clip it.
Here's what you should do in a street fight, everybody. First instruction I'm noticing is take your shoes off. I'm just seeing from the
On a cement floor.
0 seconds in here, but
Well, yeah, shoes off in the dojo, David.
oh, that's a good point.
Respect.
I think you should practice as you perform.
Welcome to the dojo.
Welcome to the
that
dojo. It sounded like.
Oh, that was Matt Ferry. I thought I accidentally started the video. That was shocking.
Is he in the Discord?
Good morning, Matt Ferry.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Oh,
It
whoa,
was
Maddie,
Matt.
what's up?
I thought you started the video. That's not Matt.
Oh no, it was Matt Ferry, everybody.
Nice.
We are. Like I told people, I said people don't believe that we're live in some context. I am on the Discord, of course. Anybody who watches the show could just be in the Discord listening to the show right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
it could be.
They wouldn't be able to see some of the visual aids, but
Yeah.
It's an audio only format anyway, right?
I'm just
speak
heading
up,
to
Matt.
work right now. It's bright and early.
Bright nerd.
Way too
Yeah.
early for me.
Damn.
I hope you're enjoying your morning coffee. Maybe we'll do a downlifting video or downer at the end of the show because we're watching the sun go down a little bit.
I like uppers.
Oh. That's okay.
Oh, you guys are okay. I got you. Yeah, I've been having these nightmares. You guys have been watching that Natalie Grace stuff? Sorry, I don't mean to hijack your guys' show.
I had a nightmare last night, and it involved something was missing, and you two were in my dream, Dan McCullough and Troy Rigdon, and we were looking for something,
Was it Matt?
and we couldn't find it. And then I had a tummy ache
Oh.
in my dream. I woke
Oh,
up
no.
and it was fine.
I took mushrooms in my dream the other night.
Interesting.
Really fucking weird.
What was your dream about, Matt Ferry?
I've been watching a lot of these clips of. Have you guys seen that Natalie Grace stuff?
No, who's Natalie Gray?
It's like a family. I think it's called like This American Family. It's on Hulu, but they like adopt this girl that they think's 7,
Oh.
and then they find out that she's 22.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's an
then-
old Wayne Brothers movie.
Oh, little man.
Dude, that movie's fucked up.
Dude, no, I just found out
It's
about this.
something. But there's like a documentary and a TV show going on at the same time, so everybody's like doing it. So my algorithm's just full of these clips of this, and it's so fucking weird to me.
Wow. Have you
I'm having
thought?
nightmares about it.
Have you just started watching? Are you afraid that might happen to you one day?
Yeah, I found out I'm actually like 15. I'm like, holy fuck.
Dude, Matt,
And
your
if I actually know
algorithms
you're
are always
50.
weird.
Oh, did the little girl not know she was 22?
Yeah.
That's the story.
Yeah.
Well, she was like a Ukrainian. She's adopted from like Ukraine or something like that.
And she's going to
So they didn't
primary
know at
school and they
all.
explain what a year is. She's like, wait a minute.
No, I'm pretty sure she snuck into like an adoption agency and forged papers and then got adopted.
And she still thought she's like, I'm as smart as
Yeah,
all
and
these
then
other
she's like
7-year-olds.
tricking kids and coming to like their old house and stuff. It's really disturbing. I
Dude.
just couldn't imagine being their neighbors. It's like, oh, they're up to something over there.
Bro, there's another one about a family in Texas where this family's kid went missing and then he forged papers in like fucking Italy or something like that and they found him and brought him back. He knew he wasn't their kid, but the family actually murdered their child but accepted the kid back to like complete the ruse. And like the kid's like, they know I'm not their kid. So he figures out that they killed their kid and he like fucking blows the cork on the whole thing.
Wow.
Wild documentary.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a strange families out there. I mean, I would like to see like what their wedding looked like, you know?
Dude, I want to see what
Was
their
it a
OnlyFans
normal
look
wedding?
like.
It just doesn't end with like you adopting somebody that's 22.
Right?
Is this a bit that you're working at? This sounds like a radio call-in.
No, it's just
it's a real thing, dude. Check it out.
Yeah.
You guys' Instagram's gonna be full of it.
We're gonna see him
Is
next
that-
time. He's gonna be on stage. He's gonna be. I know you guys are thinking, but no, it's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
It is, dude. It's crazy.
Terrifying, actually.
I've been watching the movie Gattaca, so I've been seeing a lot of reels on Facebook of the movie Gattaca, and it's got me afraid that, that someday I'm gonna be born into a perfectly genetic society, but I'm not genetically perfect, and even though I want to go up to the space, I'll have to fake my way there. Have you guys seen Gattaca?
No.
It's a really good movie.
You know, sometimes I
You described it pretty well.
Sometimes I think about that movie Big Fish, and I worry one day I'll meet somebody that's taller than me. Oh, Matt Ferry's here. He's very much taller than me, in fact.
Yeah.
One time, Matt Ferry and I had a talk, and I said, we should hug?" And we gave each other a hug.
What? You did not.
Matt Ferry and we gave each other a hug, and I hugged him. And, oh my God, I've never hugged somebody so large. I'd never have to get on my tippy toes to hug someone. This is uncomfortable. I don't like this at all.
I hug Matt every time I see him.
Oh, really?
Man, I'm gonna start hugging you. I think we just like slap hands or fists or dicks.
You seem like for some reason I picture you hugging Matt and one of you going, "Wee!"
Him lifting me up and spinning me around.
He lifted me up. Matt's a strong guy. He can lift 225.
Yeah.
Easy.
Bro.
What are you lifting these days, Matt Ferry?
I'm actually on the way to the gym right now because I've been stress eating so much the last couple weeks.
And you need a new podcast
Gained
guest.
some LPs.
Yeah, he finds his
I know.
podcast guest in the sauna.
Can't find podcast guests in the sauna.
Dude. Interesting.
Hey, you guys want to be at my podcast?
Yeah.
At my Airbnb.
Play a bunch of grill sergeant for him.
Yeah. He's playing it on the speakerphone in the sauna.
Here, this is what we do.
It's a thing I do.
It's a whole thing I do.
Get out of here, dude.
Right.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. Well, what are you guys up to tonight then?
We're here. We're doing the show. Tomorrow, I'll be doing an episode of David Collins' 30-minute half-hour show. And then later that day, I think I'm going to be meeting up with Baruch Eliyahu and somebody else. I'm not sure he doesn't have a third with him. I'm going to have to fill in a third if we want to do something. But maybe we'll do a little bonus episode for Wednesday. Since we're already letting people down with a not-so-live episode, well, maybe we'll give them two if I'm able to pull it off effectively. But either way, we have an episode of David Collins' 30-minute half-hour show coming out this week, so that's going to be exciting for everybody. That's really what I think everybody in the room is thinking about.
The Weebs had a new video drop, too.
Dude, yeah, we watched it today on the show.
We watched it. We opened the show with them because he fit the theme. We were looking at larger gentlemen, medium-sized gentlemen with
larger cranium-sized
equal-sized
gentlemen.
heads, exactly, doing karate. And it actually fit the theme today, so we were able to throw it in last second.
Oh, there you go. Like hip tossed it in almost, huh?
Dude, we think we're
Look
going
at
to
this
get
guy.
Baruch and
Karate
Brady to fight.
karate reference for you. Well, they probably do Krav Maga, don't they?
Bro, who do you think would win in a fight between Billy and Baruch?
Do you know Billy McNeely?
You know Billy
I think I've seen
McNeely?
some videos of him.
The guy who always gets his girlfriend murdered and he has to fight the guy?
Well, sometimes his videos start, he says, this video's for all the little girls and women out there if they're ever in a park and somebody tries to rape them.
Oh.
And then I say, Billy, you're 8 seconds into the video. Don't you care about YouTube's algorithm?
Have some
You got the hook down.
Oh, I love the foot down. He goes, stomp, 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 Kia. It's a catchphrase of his.
Just put it on a shirt.
Yeah, a little Nelly.
He doesn't
oh.
No concept of merch.
Great reference, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kia.
Well, Matt,
Yeah, like this. I have no idea what you guys are doing. You probably have like a... Probably just be like roasting me. I just called in the middle of it. Feeding into it. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's weird. I can't see what you guys are doing.
Apropos timing, buddy.
Oh, you
I wasn't even sure if...
Oh,
What's
what a
You-
prank.
You weren't even sure what?
If I was talking or not.
Oh, you weren't.
You could have just sat in here and listened.
Yeah, you still there, Matt?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Word. You just stopped talking in the middle of a sentence. We got worried you crashed.
Oh yeah, could only be so lucky, right?
You could just do it yourself.
Just kidding. I'm fired.
That's that famous Matt Melancholy we were looking for.
Well, Matt, it's funny that it's a bit serendipitous that you called in right now because we're all looking at a punching bag that has a big Monster logo on the side, and we all know how much you love the brand Monster.
Yeah, big Monster
Right.
fan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I got one next to me, Ice Tea Monster. Very hard to find now.
Oh no!
Good thing I'm not there. Then you'd have a punching bag too.
Oh.
Ooh. There we go.
We ask people not to do bits on the show.
What are they doing in the field? I can't see the field.
Oh,
they still plowing the field yet?
Billy's running through it.
Oh, it's been plowed. There are birds in it more recently, actually, but it's not too exciting. We could zoom in. In fact, I have a camera now with a zoom, everybody, if you want to see a little bit of a zoom. So if we wanted to turn it over, we could potentially go find other people's windows and look inside of them. I'm not really sure the ethics or the legality of that. Now, if we were on a public street, there'd be nothing wrong with it.
It's a one consent state, David.
But from somebody else's property, I'm not sure. It really, but we do have that potential.
I feel like that Nick Cage movie. I mean, David Collins looking in people's windows, screaming.
I was thinking more Double. Anthony Eisenberg's. What's that guy's name?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg. Thank you, Matt Ferry. That's why we miss you so much. Jesse Eisenberg's movie Double, where he looks out and watching other people's. Oh, it's very critically acclaimed. It's very strange, though.
David, if you're going to be looking in people's windows, we're going to have to change your name to Peeping Tom Collins.
Nice.
Might be taken. Oh, that's very good. I see what you did there. Peeping Tom Collins.
There you go.
Waiter, I'll take a peeping Tom.
Tom Myers, he gave you a shout out. That was pretty sweet to watch.
Right. Oh, we didn't even talk about that today. I might have played Tom Myers was saying nice things about me on his show.
About Matt or you?
About me.
Oh.
He doesn't know Matt. Matt's friends with Ray DeVito. You can see we picked separate people in that debate. And
dude, I was watching.
You know.
I was watching a Matt and Shane Secret Podcast Patreon, and he did one with Dave Chappelle, and they were talking about Ray DeVito and how they like him and how he's a cool guy.
I don't believe you,
dude. I'll show it to you. I thought I was crazy.
That is interesting.
Dave Chappelle and fucking
Ray DeVito's been nothing but nice to me.
So like Shane came up with Matt or Ray DeVito, and Ray DeVito's the first one to take Shane. I mean, and Ray DeVito was the first one to take Shane on the road.
Is he the one that took Shane and Matt to like South Carolina?
I think so.
You think? I remember hearing that story where they like the headliner started stealing Shane Gillis's lines. Yeah. I think that's the same guy.
And like they had a bunch of like they were talking about how when he was on Opie and Anthony and shit like that, he was just like the punching bag. They were kind of making fun
never
of
made
him.
it to Opie and Anthony. Now he did Anthony Cumia's show once because
Or
Chad
whatever.
Zumock had brought him in, but he only got a bit of a ribbing there because Anthony Cumia at one point asked, "Who is this guy that keeps chiming up? Why did you bring him?"
That's what he was talking about actually. But I don't know. I smoke a lot of weed, so my memory's not that great. But I'll tell you what, it was on there.
It's kind of my job to know some of these things. I'm a bit of a historian when it comes to.
Well, I brought you a little info you didn't know. That's why you got me here.
Well, I'm not a race historian. Some people are. Imagine that.
Race historian.
You're not even following Chris Chan. You're following Ray DeVito. Oh, but Franklin Sheckler is just a comedian, I believe. A YouTube comedian, maybe, but he does he only do Raycon? I don't really know nothing about this. And I was rewatching this clip the other day about the Tom Myers thing, and I realized it said something that I don't even know much about this whole conflict. And Blind Mike was watching it, and he paused it, and he said, "I'm not sure if I believe you there, David." Well, I don't know much about it. Matt Ferry, in fact, has been keeping me up a lot on this Ray DeVito thing.
Yeah. Yep, Ray DeVito watch, Doug Townsend watch.
And Matt Ferry knows even less than me somehow.
Dude, so I've been noticing Doug Townsend's been wearing his David Collins 30-minute half-hour shirt and a lot of his shorts recently.
And we were going to get to that, actually. Can we pause everything and jump into that? Doug Townsend watch, everybody.
Yeah.
I need a stinger for this.
Had to bring it to the table here.
Doug Townsend. Wee.
Stop the presses. We got promotion.
Where are we, everybody? I'm pulling this up. Have you seen any of this, Matt Ferry?
Dude, it's on more of his like. I wondered how you felt about it because a lot of the skits that he
pretty jarring.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
I couldn't believe I'm in this. My brand is a part of this clip. So we're gonna look at one that's pretty mild here, just to introduce everybody to the fact that he is wearing my shirt.
I'm glad that you recognize that too, because I was gonna say some of it's a little racist.
I've only seen the one, so I don't know which one you're talking about.
There's 7.
I've seen the one that I'm pretty sure you're talking about.
Yeah.
So this is him just singing to himself on the porch here. But if you see, David Collins' 30-minute half-hour show.
Dude, he wears it a lot.
What a shirt, everybody. Oh, we're not even showing.
Dude, you know what's funny? You wear those same shoes.
No, I don't. But you know who does?
David Collins,
30 minute half hour show, number one fan.
Yeah.
She has those same shoes.
I know.
Isn't that interesting?
I mean,
How the heck did you pull off that observation?
It's crazy. He's wearing your shirt and her shoes. He's really going for the fucking David Collins lore.
He's doing the full
Dude, he's
impression.
trolling
Wait,
right
is Doug
now.
the number one fan?
Dude, Doug's the number one fan,
the
bro.
new number one fan.
Oh my gosh.
Is he transing to be the number one fan?
Maddie from 3 points.
Hell yeah.
Matt, I think you're a little optimistic there. I actually think that this
Matt
is
from way downtown.
I'm hoping that it's just a coincidence, but it's certainly not anything positive.
Bro, that is a wild coincidence.
This is just him singing, of course.
It'd be crazy if Troy recognized it.
Dude, it stood right out to me.
Oh, it sticks out like a sore thumb, especially when you see something like this. So
Honestly, Doug Townsend kind of looks like he could be David Collins' uncle. He's just supporting his nephew.
He has the same body type.
Yeah. He's just the southern swamp creature, David
You
Collins.
see the thick mustache and aviators.
He doesn't have the. I'm not an 8th Cherokee.
I don't think he is either.
He lied about a lot, but I'm not sure. Now he's wearing more of my merch. I say, was he really lying all the time?
Well, I mean, you gave it to him for free.
Well, technically,
whenever you see him, he's wearing like polos from the car dealership he's at. I've never seen him. Yeah.
With the amount of videos that I found of him wearing my shirt,
Dude,
I say, do you only own 3 shirts?
It's preposterous.
He probably just filmed them all on the same day and he's releasing them.
Maybe,
I
but
thought
like
the same thing, but the way that he goes about things isn't.
he's
that
like driving in cars,
choreographed.
walking in driveways, sitting on porches. Like if he's doing that,
Through my research, I've come to the conclusion that he does have benders. So I don't think he's, you know what I mean, about that putting things out like that. Sometimes he goes video free.
It looks fresh. I don't see any like pit stains or anything on it.
Well, it's a nice shirt, and that's actually a nice
quality
comment
shirt.
on the quality of the merch that David Collins 30-minute half hour show produces. We don't cut any corners.
Right.
I get the best quality shirts and the best quality pins and magnets and everything. I have no intention of giving anybody something that's going to tear in the first few washes.
Mm-hmm.
You can really see that. There's a good plug for my show. Besides, except when he starts saying things like this. You're like, okay,
yeah. Let's get to the nitty gritty here.
So this is Doug Townsend with my brand on his chest.
That's him.
Well, this is what's her name?
Is that Oprah's lesbian lover?
She's the TV host. Her name is Chloe Gray or something like that.
Fuck, I forget her name.
Gracie Marshall.
I don't watch Good Morning Compton.
King.
Harley Gray?
It's something
Gray?
King. No, it's
Harley
something
Gray?
King. It's-
Brooklyn Gray? Brooklyn Gray, maybe?
No,
She looks
she's
more like a queen.
She's an
Aisha Gray?
She's
Man,
an
we
NBC
need
TV.
chat. Somebody in chat knows.
Her last name's
Yeah.
King. Everybody. Her last name's King. Anyway.
Oh, I said great shirt.
Martin Luther.
David Collins commented, "Great shirt." I saw great shirt, and I was
Oh,
like,
I did
dude,
comment. Well, I commented that before I watched this video, to be honest, because I just caught the.
how, you had to have watched it because
I watched this far and I saw his shirt and I paused it.
Look how
and
many
I
likes
said,
it has.
how many likes did it have?
37,000.
Bro, that is huge fucking advertising for the David Collins universe.
That's giant. It's a lot of views.
I don't know.
It's huge.
Do they think it's a band, though? What do they think?
Who knows?
It is there.
They're
It's
gonna-
subliminal.
They should look it up.
yeah, if anything, it's good. That's kind of
put-
mysterious.
You should put a
Tag on it.
Tag
Corroboration.
Tag an episode.
Collaborators.
Tag an
Katy
episode.
Perry and Miss King here and a couple other of Jeff
Bimbos.
Bezos' wife's friends went up to space. That's exactly what it was. It was a bachelorette party, as far as I
Are you
understand.
shitting me?
I think that's right. Is that all right?
I don't
Somebody
know.
can correct me. I'll read them
Is it Gail?
sometime Wednesday night. Oh, Gail King.
Gail King.
Thank you.
King.
Hi, everybody. Gail King.
All
everybody.
hail
The one that
Gail
went
King.
to space?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You can watch it with us there, Matt.
Well, no, he can't.
Into space.
She went out.
But I've been in.
Space? Is that Gail King?
You know, I can't. Instagram's
yeah.
terrible. I can't just go back to the beginning.
Katy Perry thing?
So it's kind of difficult to kind of line this up and present it to everybody.
All right, let it rip.
All right, everybody, strap in.
My question is, have y'all been to space?
Nope. But I've been in a swimming pool. That's something you black folks don't do.
Dear Lord, Doug Townsend,
He's not even being funny, or he's-
take my shirt off.
dude.
What are you
that's
doing here?
I see that. I'm like, I wonder what David thinks of
The
this
one
kind
time
of
he's
approach.
not. So often he's just wearing a plain button down.
But he only fucking does the absurd stuff when he's wearing your shirt.
I think he's after me. I think we have a bit of a
Dude,
tag
he's trying
and
to
tag
take
there
you down.
going on.
He's mocking the number one
He's
fan with our
watching these.
shoes.
He knows about the watch.
So like his Iron Man suit?
Bro, he
His
heard
Iron
about
Man suit he throws on?
he heard about us on Doug Townsend Watch. He's, I'll give him something to fucking watch.
Well, we've been on Doug Townsend Watch here, and he's on DC Watch, which thank
Bro,
goodness.
he's on DC Backlash.
Would you mention the show one of these times, Doug Townsend?
You want him to mention the show in between his fucking?
Well, he told. I mean, he might as well.
I mean, we're already here, man. Comment on it, be like, we're actual a show and we're not racist.
Who likes this?
37,000 people.
Oh,
Matt Ferry!
I thought I did.
I guess Matt Ferry likes my comment.
Oh, I thought it was the video.
I thought I liked it too. I'm gonna.
Hey, for the audio-only listeners, can you describe to me what's happening?
So Doug Townsend is making a very racist, not funny attempt at a joke with David Collins' T-shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
How are you not following this?
It is actually, yeah, dude. So like a majority of these I've been noticing he's wearing the shirts, so it's nice to bring it to your attention.
So it was great mention that Doug Townsend watched Matt Ferry there. We're going to watch a police shooting. Are you excited for that Wednesday?
I mean, I'm never excited for police shooting.
I also have some some people might consider pornography on deck.
We know you're a big fan of porn, David.
I have a big problem with it. In fact, but I do.
You have a problem with porn? You should put it down, buddy.
I don't mess with it, but I have followed the trends for years for research.
You don't mess with it, but you follow the trends of pornography.
Right. No, I don't believe in, I don't really help myself too often.
I don't hurt myself.
Excuse me,
Yeah, you got
everybody.
David's number one fan.
I understand it's early in the morning.
Oh, sorry. David's number one hand.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh. Yeah, when I don't.
Now it's funny, he says.
When DC 30-minute half-hour shows number one Dan isn't around, I have my number one hand.
Yo, there's contingency plans
But that's
here.
my point. Throughout my entire life, I've really not been a fan of that either. I think it's you can do other things to do.
Sweaty.
I'm a big fan of Dan.
Sometimes.
You're hands-free?
Yeah, dude, hands-free ejac.
Yeah, Doug,
I give him good jobs. I give him very good jobs.
Doug Stanhope
Sounds
has
like some Adam Devine shit.
Doug Stanhope has a very great bit about this,
I love
where he
Doug
says,
Stanhope.
at a certain age, it just becomes like popping assists. It's something you have to get out of the way one time during the day or whatever regularity. I don't remember how the joke goes. But for him, it's at a certain age. For
Are you on
me,
NoFap? Are you on Reddit NoFap?
well, no, I think you just have to have some
No, we're
resistance.
asking if you're doing NoFap.
If you need to, then you do. But if it's every 2 days or so, it's too much.
Matt, I forward action progress daily.
Yeah, I got forward action progress.
Get a hold of yourself, everybody. That's all I'm getting at.
Is that a FAP joke?
How did I get into this? I had an overarching point, but you cut me off.
Talking about jerk. Oh, you're talking about porno.
Oh, right. Well, I followed it very exactly. So I don't really, it's not at all for that, but I am interested. And one thing I've noticed, nobody's going to believe it. I really should mention this.
No one's going to believe you don't watch porno.
I really should mention this. I just keep an eye on what the trends are.
Yeah.
And for a while,
You showed us your research folder that one time.
Yeah, dude.
I swear. We can talk about it. I'm very open about all this. And even when you showed me even when I talked about this, you guys still didn't believe it. But I was becoming very concerned. 2017, 18, 19, 20, I was growing a lot of concern. In 2021, you wouldn't imagine how often diapers were being looked up, for instance. Something like that is very scary to a trend. You see, what is
adult babies? That's a big True Life thing. We're watching that in True Life.
I'm David Collins and I'm True Life of Giant Baby.
But when you watch it as a national trend, you say, what is going on here? This is a real sign of a problem for our culture.
Yeah, I'd say,
And I want to give everybody some good news here.
Rules can exist.
Dude.
I disagree politically with a lot of what's been going on the last few months, but I will say one thing. The trends have reversed, everybody.
No more babies.
There's not a lot of people trying to demean themselves as often anymore. Things are getting much better in the term of just self-respect, maybe abstaining a little more or seeing more respectful content out there is what I'm noticing.
Bro, I watched some dude get dog walked at Walmart the other day. This is literally walking on a fucking leash.
But they're offline.
Yeah, they were just living in the moment. They weren't even like influencing.
We're separating. There are not a lot of people watching the type of content that I would say is very dangerous just by themselves, isolating themselves anymore. Maybe they're finding somebody else that kind of enjoys it. So maybe it's a little bit of both.
It's crazy.
I think you're just watching a lot of Billy videos and taking.
I assure everybody watching it. I assure everybody listening. I'm not watching any of these videos.
All right,
I'm watching the trends.
Can we stop about you guys jacking it and talk about stuff I like to jack about and get to this police shooting video, please?
Oh, that's a great point.
That's a nice segue, Dan. That's why you're number one, Dan, dude.
Do we want to take
a segue, Dan?
Do we want to take a break from these combat videos? We're about to move from these combat videos to stand-up comedy, but we could take a break for a police shooting.
Dude, the T is high in here right now. Porno and combat.
Police shooting. Boy, is this going to be a fine episode. I hope everybody appreciates the pre-record. I apologize. I understand live content was the number one requested things from David Collins' 30-minute half-hour show during the shows, even throughout the reality show. People said, nobody wants to watch this reality show. We want live content.
I like the reality show.
It was very hurtful to me. Thank you for saying that. But people do want the live content, so I apologize we couldn't give that to you this week, but we do want to fill the show here. So I have a police shooting.
Is that what the people wanted?
2024 at 9:58 a.m. officers were dispatched to 653 King Street.
Now, I would just read the subtitles instead of listening to this echo, but for some reason he chose to do a lot of one-word subtitles in here, and I'm not a quick reader.
For a fight involving family members.
The caller advised that his two sons were fighting, and one was armed with a gun, and to send somebody quick. The following is an excerpt of 911 audio as the child... Guys, it's so difficult to keep up with this.
Who the fuck subtitled this? Who the fuck subtitled this video? Like, do we not give the cops enough money to like hire a videographer or something?
I don't believe this is a real cop.
Dude, the Legion of Skanks get unpaid interns. Why can't the cops?
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ! They
This included a quick
put together a
response.
better.
You want to be a cop someday? Go subtitle our videos.
Dude.
I don't even get the point. Start with the 911 call. Say there's a guy with a gun. The cop showed up.
Yeah, you should just paraphrase this.
I like the Explore with Us videos.
I love those.
Not your style.
I
David.
can't stand his voice.
Oh yeah,
It's very
I like
voice.
robotic and
Well, he sounds a lot like that person that he said like the top 10 horror. But now we're gonna see a guy walk
doesn't
into
sound
a
like that.
room.
No, you're thinking of a different.
No, I'm thinking
series.
no, but he's following the same model of this weird, strange. That voice he came up with uniquely. It was this weird, strange voice that got people's attention, but it wasn't natural at all, and it's a tactic.
Maybe that's
He's
how he actually
tricking
talks. Don't make fun of people disabled.
I get that all the time, so I could emphasize a little bit. Actually,
I'm watching the footage.
Yeah.
Like, I could put it on silent.
he does too much commentary.
Nah, dude, I like
Too
it.
much
a lot.
commentary.
I'm a fan of
this
those.
body cam footage. They don't even need to put commentary. It's not copyrighted. You could just put it up for me to watch. I don't need all your commentary. Who the hell are you?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Well, excuse me, everybody. I'm getting a little hot here, but
I agree.
Take that
But
jacket off, homeboy.
I do also see the irony in us commenting on this video right now.
Too much commenting on videos.
As we stop the video every 20 seconds.
All right, guys, I ain't going though. You
Maddie.
guys have fun the rest of the show.
Much love, Maddie. Good to hear from you, buddy.
Thank you.
Matt, you're so sweet. Thanks so much
All
for
right, we'll see you
calling
guys.
in. I hope you have a great drive to work this morning. I forget
You as
which
well.
way we're taking this.
Drive safe, drive hard.
Oh, that's a good
Drive
point.
safe, drive hard, Matt.
Drive safe, drive hard.
All right.
Attaboy.
All right. See you guys.
Matt Ferry, everybody.
Great call.
Find him on Instagram. I think if it's M_FRI. Why?
Oh, yeah. It's Fat
Matt
Mary.
Ferry. Hey, you can find No Coast Comedy on Instagram too. He does
Dude,
No
No Coast
Coast
is
Comedy Network.
Blowing up. Doing real well.
And he's actually
I
doing
like
pretty
it.
well. He's doing an interesting thing that Jameson Cox used to do too, which you always know if you're following the same line naturally as what Jameson Cox did, you're probably going down the right path.
Just got to get married to someone who's a doctor, who's living in New Jersey.
Dude.
And moving to New York. Her
Is it
family's in
that easy?
D.C. Boy, is he set.
Yeah.
I hope he's funny. And luckily he is.
Yep.
Stays funny. All right, everybody.
Good.
Police shooting.
Oh, there goes the smoke detector.
Get your hand out of your pocket now.
All right. So the gun is out.
Oh, boy.
He did as the cop asked, and he took his hand out of the pocket.
Surprise! He's got a gun in his hand.
All right. This is the second wave of the gun that I've paused at here. He's waved it twice at the officer to the left of
To be
this
fair,
camera.
he did do what he said.
And
Oh, my God.
by the time that second raise came up, you start hearing the pops go. Let's look that in one motion here.
Out of your pocket now. Get your gun down. Hey, put the gun down.
Wow. And we found this on YouTube. They can just show this on YouTube, apparently.
Dude, I've noticed Instagram has gotten way more violent. Like, it has a lot of, like, shooting videos, stabbing videos. Like, dude, it's crazy. They don't even do... Remember they used to, like, click, this is going to be some wild content or something? Or they used to put that little braze over it or some shit.
Yeah.
They don't even do that anymore. I'm just, like, getting this shit popping up.
You gotta find like old Forensic Files videos, like season 1 and 2. They actually showed shit. It was fucking nuts.
So I've been watching that because we have satellite, and so like the DVR, like you can actually just watch all these things, and it's crazy how many they actually do of like murders and shit from around here. Like I have like a list of them that are like some are from Dubuque, like fucking real close.
Yeah.
But it's good. Yeah, I like them forensic shits.
Right. I'm just finishing up Dexter right now. I've made it to the end of the 8th season. So I can finally stop watching. I do this every year, basically. I watch 1 or 2 shows. This year, I started watching Dexter. Turns out there are 8 seasons, so now I'm finally 4 episodes in for finishing that 8th season. Why they didn't just end it at the end of the 6th season?
Dude, that's the thing.
Oh man, you even got past the 5th. Wow, I hated everything.
Yeah, I stopped watching it.
I really like the.
Boy, it was 4 good.
Trinity Killer. Shout out Trinity Banhauer.
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know that, but that's we'll try to keep that to ourselves. But it's somebody important to the show.
Oh, okay.
And myself.
Right.
The gas cap criminal.
Right. Well, no, we would never put that on my mother.
Yo, have you seen Barry?
No.
Barry's good.
I've never seen Barry, and I wouldn't. Well, maybe in a couple years, I'll try to watch Barry. How many seasons is it? I can't watch another show. I've just finished. I have a lot of things I need to catch up on.
I'm just saying. I thought you said
I'm
you
so
finished
busy
it.
as it is, and I'm watching a show.
I was trying
Thank
to be
goodness I'm
affable.
almost at the end of it. It's a nightmare to get through 8 seasons of a
I
show.
would've stopped
There's like
if I were
11 or 12 episodes. I don't. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I gotta
He's an
finish it.
addict.
Yep.
Are you watching Righteous Gemstones?
I finish what I start.
I've seen the first episode, but I need to watch it.
Yeah,
My
it's-
mother enjoyed that show.
Did she?
She did.
Dude, your mother does. It's cool. I don't know why you talk so
She
much shit about her.
slaps, as some people say.
She slapped. No cap. She's got that skibbity toilet hair. Is
So this was, I found this Law and Disorder, Real Crime, Real Cops has 56 subscribers, and this shooting has 19 views.
What?
People ask me all the time how I find these small view channels, and I tell you, it takes a little work and a little luck and a little skill. But there's one for you to check out there. I've just name dropped them, so you can go back about 15 seconds and find that name of a 56 subscriber body cam channel that's showing full death.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not going to find that on YouTube. A lot of these body cam channels on YouTube, they say, "Oh, I'm going to give you commentary." They say, "This blank was caught blanking blank blank." I say, "What am I even watching?" I give them a down vote and I turn it off. I say, "I'm going to go find somebody with 50 viewers that wants to show me a video."
Nice.
Yeah, you got to support small business.
Don't get me started.
Thanks for doing the legwork.
I'm out of control here, everybody, but it gets me a little fired up when we see talking about Explore with us over here. You know,
it's good.
I understand that YouTube is forcing him down your throat, but there are hundreds of these people that are
Dude,
creating quality content, and you have to do a little digging, but they're out there.
Explore with us did you see the one about Fonte?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't really want to get into it, but like,
that was the first one I saw.
Yeah.
And people were sharing that.
so like
There's
they
a local
do.
Iowa story there that rocked the air. I have no idea about this story. I'm not much of a local.
Yeah, he's a
of
good
course.
friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it sucks.
Definitely sucks, dude. He was always a good guy.
That
Free
documentary.
Fonte.
Yeah, dude, free my boy Fonte. Like honestly.
That's it's Dan McCullen Troy saying that in no way is that the views of the David Collins 30-minute half-hour show or Drive Time David Collins.
We're going to switch gears here, everybody. I have a stand-up comedian. And again, she has 14 subscribers, a lot like that WWE Bryan guy.
Mm-hmm.
If it weren't for a few things here, I really would feel bad talking about her. But I was drawn to her stance. And I say, you know, we're not here just to goof on an open micer, especially a female open micer. It's a little more difficult for them to get on stage.
Why?
Well, because they're surrounded. You know, if you go there and you check out an open mic, you're going to see mostly men. And often you're going to see a woman there and you're going to say, "Oh, well, that wasn't the best. I don't know if I fit in here." But she has the gravitas to go up there and try herself. So I don't want to trash her by itself. But
If this was a guy, would you caveat it like that?
if it was a guy, I might not show it. There's a lot of those. You don't find a lot of open micers putting up I'll give you the heads up here. So this woman is called Chloe Lynch Comedy. And she created this YouTube channel.
Wait a minute, Chloe. Oh, never mind. I was thinking of a different Chloe.
At some point in the last couple of years here, she created this YouTube channel, maybe in 2011. Okay, so but she started posting
2011. She has 14 subscribers.
1 year ago. She started posting 1 year ago.
Okay.
And she did very regularly for a few weeks post her open mic set 3 times, and then she stopped completely.
Good.
I assume she has quit comedy.
Sorry, just knee-jerk reaction to hearing any open mic comic.
Yeah.
But her, she
Putting
did
a whole fucking open mic set out on there. It's like
the description of her channel with
have some
3
shame.
The description of her channel that has 3 open mic stand-up comedy sets is comedy, 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 and then a little emoji of a microphone.
Cute.
So she's given herself quite a introduction. Why don't we let Chloe take it away?
On deck is Sabo. Be coming to the stage.
Sabo,
Chloe
he's
Lynch.
funny. You see him or that last?
You know Sabot?
Yeah, I saw him for the first time a couple weeks ago
in Seattle.
No, or wait, I'm thinking about Sabu.
This is a Seattle open mic.
Well, okay, never mind. Me and Todd went to Rock Island. And
Samir.
Samir, sorry.
Samir.
Yeah.
Iowa City's Samir Abdul Kareem.
Dude, he's funny. Chicago's, yeah.
Chicago's Iowa City.
He's a traveling man.
Oh, I'm just I thought he was from Iowa City.
He moved to Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just met him.
He's been getting put on a lot of shows there.
I make this mistake all the
Very
time.
well
They're about
Yeah,
five.
he's got a good like social media presence too.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah, he makes a lot of videos.
I liked it.
Good. He does make some good sketches. Maybe we'll talk a little about Samir Abdul Kareem one of these days. Maybe we can get him on the show. He's only in Chicago.
Dude, you
That's
should hit
pretty
him
close.
up. He's hilarious.
Samir, everybody. But let's take a little listen to Chloe.
Ooh, thanks.
Check out this rock star stance that she has. She sits up there like she's about to break out a guitar.
For the support.
That's a thick woman stance.
All right. My little
She
niece.
just keeps getting wider.
She taught me sign language.
She gets wider and she's.
Is this like that bit from Scary Movie where the cop's brim keeps getting bigger every fucking scene? Her legs just get wider every.
She does correct herself, but I just say, what is going on here? Also, I don't want to. We're not picking one of the bad ones, by the way. All of these sets that she posted, there's nobody in the audience. I say, I get if you want to record this
Been
for
there.
yourself. Record this for yourself. Take something from it, but you're posting it for me to watch.
Do you think her leg spreading
mean,
is like a
sign
nervous thing?
I do.
Because like
Language for
I
more-
would wing real hard for a while. Like I was like I'm flying away, and I've been trying to control it, but like sometimes I still see myself flapping wings.
Oh, that's good. It's your style.
Yeah, I need to slow the wing flaps down a little bit. at
Oh,
least.
she's doing it right now. Look at that wing flap she's doing.
She's grabbing
She's gonna
titties.
fly away.
More.
Oh, she was grabbing
So I
titties.
used that around town. I said, bartender, more beer, please. I quickly learned this is not the sign language for more.
So she's doing the sign language for sexual assault right now.
Never trust a 2-year-old.
Oh, dude.
They are
The other-
scumbags.
The other day
you
at
might
work,
be
I had this
wondering
sign
why
language
I'm
guy, this deaf
standing-
guy come in.
Oh.
And I know a little bit of sign language. So but not enough. And so like I'm talking to him, trying to figure it out. And at the end he goes, thank you. That's thank you, right? And so I instinctively just go, yeah. And I walked away so embarrassed. It was basically like when the waitress comes up to you and was like, enjoy your food. And you're like, thanks, you too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck. I walked away. He probably saw me struggling the whole time. And then I walked away. I'm like, God damn it.
At least he didn't hear you say it.
Yeah. But I tried to help. I did help him, but
Good.
yeah, it's just sign language. Sorry, that's my ADHD in
Oh,
action.
that's interesting. I didn't know you knew American Sign Language.
Very, very little, but
You know what I've always wondered? It's American Sign Language. Does that mean that in a different country you have to learn a different sign language? Can't they at least have a universal sign language?
I don't know if I thought it was universal.
I'm sure there's a Chinese sign language.
Oh, that sounds fucking
Bro.
complicated. Oh my god, that sounds so complicated.
I know, and you have to grow that weird extra limb.
That's why. That's a really good thing to put on a college application. I know Chinese sign language.
Can you give us can you give us an example?
This means water.
I don't know.
She does that
What do you,
thing that
what
chick
do you
was
want
doing.
me to say?
They call it Sumerian orange. It's a Mandarin joke, everybody. I didn't realize
It's a more
this.
textural. Oh, I'm thinking of blind people now. Fuck.
So I skipped through this the first time I saw it, and I saw her stance, and I turned it off. I said, yeah, I'll bring this to the show, but I'm just realizing right now it's a setup to a joke. She just said, you guys might have noticed why I'm standing. You guys might be wondering why I'm standing like this.
Oh,
really?
Which I did not expect.
See, you got to learn to listen to
Yeah.
it, not just hear them.
It's a great advice.
Sign language
That's why
for
your mom
more.
loves you.
Never trust a 2-year-old.
Chloe, everybody.
They are scumbags. You might be wondering why I am standing like this.
That's all I'm thinking.
I watched a YouTube video and it said it would make me feel more confident.
Yeah, right.
It's not working. I watched another YouTube video.
And I told you to put the mic stand behind you.
I'm
I don't
glad she did that.
All right.
It was
well,
called 3 Tips for Beginners of Open Mic.
she is just an open micer.
3 tips for. Never mind.
And it's a little tough to be an open micer. You know, before you start going to an open mic, even some people that listen to the show might think, I kind of want to go tell some jokes maybe every other weekend or something, kill some time. And you ask yourself, how do you become an open micer? maybe you'll turn on this guy who's actually Rory Gardner. He's a country singer.
He's got a fedora on his guitar. This guy's a fucking loser.
He's a country singer, everybody, and his name is Rory.
And it's unironic. He wears that.
Unfortunately, this video is a little ironic.
That cardigan doesn't seem it.
But you're exactly, the cardigan is not. And you'll see exactly what I'm saying here.
Do you think you're funny? Join me as I walk you through how to be a stand-up comedian. You got your material. Now what? You hit up an open mic to try it out. An open mic is a supportive room of comedians laughing on the inside. But don't worry about hanging around and watching everyone else's set. It's perfectly acceptable for you to leave after your performance. Just remember to hold the microphone away from you. All right, away from your mouth.
Which is fine. I get what he's doing here, and I get the ironic takes that he's making. But
so he's telling you what you shouldn't do?
He's saying what you shouldn't do, and he's saying, oh, here's some great advice. And then he says all of like annoying first-time bad habits that you might encounter.
Okay.
But I watched this, and I said, who the hell are you, Rory?
Yeah, that's what I was like.
I was like,
who the fuck is this guy?
Wait, you're the expert now?
And don't be afraid to talk about how bright the spotlight is and then spend the rest of your set not standing in the light. What if I bomb? Simple. You blame the audience. You know your hot take on a hot button issue is cutting? That's where you got the idea from the comments you watch on YouTube. So if the audience didn't respond, then cuss them out. And then create heated political discussions on the air.
It's like, all right, Rory, you have a lot of points to be had here, and I don't think you're getting it through in this ironic short.
He's turned me around. I actually like it
He
now.
didn't turn you back around?
No, I was hating at first. I was hating at first. Now I'm on.
We'll go back to 60%.
I'm on the Rory
This
train.
is when you're on his side. All right.
Hot button
No, I'm
issue
on
is
his side
cutting?
now.
That's where you got the idea from the comics you watch on YouTube. So if the audience didn't respond, then cuss them out. And then create heated political discussions on the air where you can tell people what comedy they can and can't do. I mean, you've done a handful of open mics. I mean, you've earned the right to call yourself a comedian. You're an expert now. Do you think you're funny? Join me as I walk you through how to...
Right, but he's unironically, I don't want to use this word ironic a million times today, but he is
word of the day,
identifying himself as an expert in a place to
he's a big Pee Wee fan.
Make these jokes. He's secretly trying to put himself above the people that would give this. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. So I looked a little into this Rory here, and I was wondering, what's his stand-up comedy look like?
He does comedy?
Rory, you'd hope, given making a video like that. Of course he does comedy.
I mean, he knew dude, Live Trap fail. Click that one. I want to see that one. Please? No? All right. What?
Of course he's a comedian. Look at the thumbnails that you're so attracted to.
The Live Trap?
That's the best thing about, these comedians these days. They're really good at getting a few words in a text bubble on the screen to make people scream, click that, click that.
Do you know what a Live Trap is?
No, I'm not sure.
Dude, it's like... Never mind.
Do you think Rory knows? So I just wanted to give a little background on Rory here. Rory Gardner is a CCMA-nominated country artist who shared the stage with a number of great country acts like Keith Urban.
What was he, like, tuning their guitars
He did a guest spot for Keith Urban once. He's been nominated. By the way, everybody's been nominated for an award.
I've won awards.
These country music awards, you know how many nominations there are? Like the Golden
Beyonce
Globes.
won a fucking country music award. Anyone can win them now.
Well, I'm talking about the people nominated. I'm saying everybody's nominated. It's a weird thing to put.
They also have like 5 country music awards like a year.
Well, this is the CCMA nomination.
Oh my God. Not the
Country-
CCMA.
Yeah, what's the first C for if it's country music awards?
Crap.
Crappy country music awards.
I'm just kidding, Rory. Let's give him a chance here.
He kind of looks like
You
Dane
wanted
Cook
to see
and
the
Dave
live
Smith.
traps failed? He does. He looks like a face-off version of Dave Smith.
Dave Smith, Dane Cook hybrid.
Live trap failed.
I want to see what... Because I've had this happen to me. Oh, he doesn't even have anything in him.
Well, that's the fail.
Oh, I thought he was going to like have it in the live trap and then it was going to get out while he was carrying it.
Oh, you didn't like that?
Bullshit.
You didn't like that? That didn't pull laughter out
All
of you?
right, dude, now I'm back off the fucking Rory train.
Come on, Rory. We'll give him another
Yeah,
short.
give him another shot. He's 1 for 1 right now.
So these are his shorts, everybody. He's a comedian. Let's see. What a unique way to train a dog. We have a Hawk Tua thumbnail. So this is Rory. Of course, he's a comedian. He's going to take advantage of that Hawk Tua.
I know.
And maybe make a joke about that.
Okay.
Dan, are we losing you?
No.
You look like you're about to Hawk Tua.
You lost me at Hawk Tua. Play it.
The kids, they're spending too much time online. They're watching these videos. I'm like,
Right, these videos. The videos that you're posting too many of, Rory.
you need some responsibility in your life. You're getting a dog. I'm like, you can name it whatever you want. So now we have an animal running around our house we call Hawk Tuh.
I mean, that's crazy. Can you imagine you get a dog around you say, Haktua, you have to come over here. Haktua, come here.
This is not a good name.
You go out there, you go, Haktua, go potty.
My cat's name is Dog Meat.
Right.
It's way better than
Do you talk about that on stage?
Sometimes.
You should have, if you credit it to a 2-year-old, people will erupt and laugh.
I didn't credit it to a 2-year-old. It's follow us.
We're training the dogs like sit, stay, roll over. You know how you get it to come? Spit on that thing,
His punchline was the thing that the girl said.
Yeah, I know, but I was thinking
But
about
what
him
is it?
blowing
He's
a dog.
talking about training a dog. What is he spitting in?
A dog's dick.
Spit in that thing?
Spit on the dog's
He
dick.
didn't even say on that. He didn't even say the catchphrase. He said spit in that
Oh,
thing.
no, when he said it, I
Doesn't even know
imagined him
the
blowing a
catchphrase.
dog. It made me laugh.
Troy Rigdon, everybody. And that's why people love
That's the joke. What the fuck?
Write a joke, everybody. Troy Rigdon will laugh.
Yeah. If I picture you blowing a dog, I'm going to laugh. I don't know.
That's true. I would laugh at Rory. Rory does look like a guy that had
Would blow a
blows
dog.
dogs.
Mm-hmm. His wife probably fucks it and then he blows it.
Oh my god.
Hey, dude, I'm the dirty comic here, all right? Dude, why does he button up his shirt? It's not the fucking 90s.
Well, maybe he's from Florida. I don't know.
He's a Salt Life guy.
So we had one other stand-up comedian that I wanted to get into a little bit here today, but this one's got a twist, I'll tell you, because this guy's a real wacko. Now, we kind of just talked about a couple of people that are, you know, I'm not the biggest fans of. Pretty light.
Talking about me again?
I'm a big fan of yours, Trey. In fact, I
Thanks,
said
buddy.
today, even though you were 6 and 7, you two, on the people that I tried to get in here today, you're still my 2 favorite people. I only thought I can't even reach out to these people. There's no way that 2 of my favorite people are going to be able to come on the show today. But of course, both of them were. Look at that. Do you like this camera view?
I love it. Makes me look buff.
Do you like how many different camera views we have? I think we've really stepped it up.
Yeah, you got to keep you on their toes.
And we're going to be able to do this live too, which we are right now. But people might watch it and think, "Oh, is that edited?" No, I'm on the fly here.
We need one more camera angle that we can use to like look and point into when we got to make a huge statement.
I was just gonna say, it's funny you said it. Next time I'm on, I'm gonna bring my own camera and put it facing up towards my gunt. We'll call it the gunt camera.
Gunt cam.
The gunt cam.
I was thinking about putting this close-up cam here. Where would be the close-up cam?
Do some WWE promos.
This close-up cam, I was thinking about putting above, so it just had a line on the table in case I wanted to show something on the table here. So maybe we'll kind of work on that. It's in a weird spot right now, but I liked the idea that I could, for instance, this was the beer I was drinking today. It's one of those hazy IPA, Nevada, right? Something like that. Sierra Nevada, hazy, little things IPA. I enjoy them.
You enjoy the little things, don't you, David?
I do. But a close-up cam there. I thought that was nice. Anyway, Larry Shirley is this.
Never trust a man with 2 first
Do you
names.
think he's related to Wes Shirley?
Maybe.
That'd be interesting. Wes Shirley is a Cedar Rapids comedian, but Larry Shirley, we're going to take one listen to his stand-up comedy, and then we're going to show how creepy he is, and then we're going to show how much of a freak he is.
Oh.
What the fuck?
He's got it all. How does he only have 7 subscribers?
Dude, put this man on blast.
Oh, because I'm not subscribed. Now he has 8.
Oh, shit. Out here making dreams happen, dude.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's like Dana Moss Peterson in that one.
Scan a little through his shorts here. Anybody
What
want
up,
to pick one?
DMP?
These are stand-up
DP.
comedy here. Why don't we just jump to this? Hashtag stand-up comedy, hashtag hospice, hashtag Louisiana.
Hashtag.
What a great title for a joke.
Yeah, tomorrow I have a Louisiana guest booked for David Collins' 30-minute half-hour show. Maybe I should ask him if he knows. What was this guy's name? Larry
Shirley.
Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley.
At a shitty escape room last
Larry,
week.
everybody.
It got me thinking. We have those back in Mississippi. Yeah. They're called open mics. I've never gone to escape for motherfucking rhymes. So badly in my cocksucking mind. Not you, the other people. Some lady came in, some snooty. I was with my shitty kids.
That was the fucking joke.
Oh, that was a weird clip.
He's not good at editing.
I'm
or
telling you,
subtitling.
this is a wacky channel, everybody. Let's give him one more chance here. Larry
This makes
Shirley.
me feel better about my Instagram page. Holy shit.
It seems like also the people filming him also seems like that he's being secretly filmed, and then
Dude.
it's ending up on his YouTube channel.
He's actually in witness protection. This is
Interesting. A stand-up comedian who's in witness
I think
protection.
this is like his brother's TikTok because it's James Shirley. And what's this guy's name?
Oh, interesting.
James Demand Shirley.
No, that's not like that's not the same name as
Yeah,
the
the TikTok is a different Shirley.
Not bombing, like more than a bombing, which is good if you're a comedian, bad if you're a burgeoning terrorist. I need to be bombing all fucking time. Take your sinners,
Is he smoking a cig?
Okay, my terrorist friends love that today. Come on. I'll keep working.
He's got a cigarette in his hand.
He does.
Demo, okay.
He does, for sure.
Assalamu alaikum. Nobody? Some folks, like I'm too old to date online. Show of hands, who dates online? I've never done it.
All right. Well, that was the end of the joke, and the clip
Are you
continues.
serious?
But
Oh, fuck.
so Larry Shirley, everybody, is wacky.
All right, so now we get the creepy and whatever other versions of him, right?
Right. So I found his shorts. I found
So
the
this was
stand-up
the
comedy,
weird-
of course. I said that's stand-up comedy. I wonder what kind of videos he has. He has one video.
Oh, not what I was thinking was coming. That thumbnail was creep.
Larry Shirley in his one video.
I think Moto likes you. Oh, here he comes. Oh, I can fit. I like him chunky.
Now I saw this. I said, "Oh, this must just be one of those 13-year-old YouTube videos."
It was
Right?
last week.
That kind of gives you, but doesn't give you that impression. It says, "Oh, this is old YouTube." No, this is 5 years ago. This is 2020. I think this is a 5 year. Can we get the date on
Yeah,
this?
can
here?
we get the fucking...
This is pre-COVID, everybody.
Why
It's
am I
pre-COVID,
hearing me?
but it's
I
still
don't
within
know.
the last 5 years.
Like that, dude. You gotta like that video.
I don't want more of this.
No, you do want that in your algorithm.
Larry Shirley. So I was looking up this Larry Shirley here. I said, "Oh, he's got this wacky video here that made me uncomfortable. That even there I can only get through 8 seconds of. I didn't watch any more of it the first time I saw it."
Creep.
I said, I wonder what kind of music Larry listens to.
Oh God, how do you are an investigative journalist, aren't you, David?
Well, it's
You're
pretty
good
easy.
at
I have 3 tabs here to search through.
These questions you ask yourself are very good questions.
It's you must wonder what kind of music does Larry
I mean,
Shirley
you
listen
wonder.
to?
It makes me wonder now, dude. You're really enticing.
And it makes sense, you know. You say, "Oh, he's kind of a normal person. He listens to this. He listens to that."
Oh, you know?
What's this song? This is everybody knows this song.
Yeah.
So Larry loves this song. This is one of his favorites, right?
Okay.
What's
Kitty meow
next here?
meow too.
We're gonna jump to Larry's next favorite song on his favorite song playlist.
Same song.
It's just 17 videos of Tom's Diner.
This is "I Want to Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me," Whitney Houston.
Bro, this guy, he's showing his age here.
Well, he's got fine taste.
Listen, I like Whitney Houston, but I mean,
a couple classics.
eh,
You still hear these today.
I still hear him today.
So what's the third song on Larry's playlist? Any guesses?
Untissed by Bloodhound Gang.
Would anybody guess it's this?
It's Raining Men. Whoa! Whoa! Put that back up!
So I'm not sure how much of this I'm really allowed
Bro,
to
is
show.
that on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. It's on his YouTube channel there.
Dude!
So we can flash it a little bit. Of course, I can show YouTube a little easier than I can show.
Bueno, mis amores, ya tengo
But,
pintado
I
el
mean,
cuerpo
you'll see
de la
everything in this.
No way!
I tell you, and I can't show. I apologize to the listening and viewing audience. I'm going to be very careful what I show and what I don't show.
Quit censoring.
Fresas hermosas.
Oh, not sure. This is very dangerous.
Oh my God.
Entonces de cero lo encuentran
Now, I'm not worried about
únicamente en OnlyFans.
Very nice.
monetization
You know?
or something like that, but I think this is something that YouTube just takes the video
You know,
down
the man
right away.
has good taste, all right?
Now, I'm not sure how
whatever.
this video is left up here. Of course, it's a body painting video, but I can't understand the language she's speaking, so the educational value kind of goes out the door.
Or maybe we could, you know.
Too bad she's not doing sign language.
What did she do? Wait, go back. Is she doing stripper
she's
tricks?
covering it up with her arms right there, so I can show it quickly. But anyway, that's a bit of Larry's music. Let's see, what's the fourth?
What did she do? Oh,
to be
she's
honest-
painting herself.
To be honest, I saw this right away and I turned it off. I couldn't even look at what Larry's fourth video was.
You said, wait, there's a fourth video?
Well, there's a fourth video on this playlist here.
Oh my God. You know what? Dude.
I can't show
This is an hour long.
It's an hour long of body painting. Maybe I can find. Okay, well, actually, I can show this.
Yeah, once she's painted, you can show it.
Here we
can't
go.
you? Don't deprive the
now
viewers.
we're what is this? 43 minutes into the video, and she's down to her feet. So
What are you, a foot fetish guy?
You're
This I can-
acting like he didn't give the viewers
This
the
I can show.
exact path to find this video. He literally described every.
if anybody was looking for this, so I don't know how.
I'm
this
not
ends
really
up.
into feet, dude. Go back to her boobs.
Oh, strawberry.
Oh,
There
she
we
gets
go.
really elaborate at the end.
Dude, I am a fan
Actually,
of
I think you
berries.
could show. I think this
Yeah,
is
that
pretty
you
okay
could
to
show
show.
that.
So this is the ending product.
The
there.
beginning, yes, was a
so
little
it is
risque.
a body painting video, which are allowed on YouTube. Always drove me a little insane. I'm not sure how this is allowed on.
There's breastfeeding videos everywhere. Like, what's, I mean,
That's a little more.
why don't you stop being such a
educational, though.
prude?
You might call me that. Maybe you're right.
Free the nipple,
Anyway.
dog.
Body
Women's
paint
rights, but women's bodies
phrases.
should be shown. They're beautiful.
And then his
I'm a big fan of women's bodies, dude.
the fourth video on his favorite music is a 20-minute video called Raphael Urquizar. And it's a model show. It's
Substantially less tit than
it's
the
a
last
runway
one.
show. No, they're very clothed. It's very
Wait,
tasteful.
this is the fourth video on that dude's.
This is the
fucking-
fourth. This is his fourth favorite song. Larry Shirley.
Honestly.
everybody.
There we go. I was like, there's got to be.
Oh, it's just music. Though. I
Yeah.
don't really know.
Well, it's. I mean, you know.
Anyway, and he he likes women. We can get that much out of him.
You know what, dude? I can't blame him. What are you
Why is that?
What are you tearing this man down for?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Shirley. What's his name? Larry.
Larry Shirley.
Larry. Larry Shirley. Boy, what a.
Shirley's name's Larry.
His YouTube channel is much more interesting than his comedy. That's all I have to say.
Yeah,
So keep
honestly.
an eye out. Maybe drop him a subscription. Maybe once every 5 years he posts another creepy video. No, he did it, everybody.
Like, what's the context behind him posting that? Like, what did he post? That's just his favorite music.
I think it goes into a playlist if you like.
He
no, that was a
accidentally-
playlist. No, he made a public playlist of his favorite music, and
And
there's
he-
only 4 videos.
he buried the nudity.
He
He
clearly
buried the lead.
accidentally added a couple that he meant to add to a different playlist to the favorite music.
jerk off playlist.
Guaranteed he went to his own page, saw a playlist, saw the thumbnail for it, and was like, "Oh, I gotta put like at least 2
Yeah.
videos before this."
I'm gonna bury it so my mom doesn't see it.
Right. Larry Shirley's mom's been dead for years. There's no question.
Oh.
He killed her.
Yeah, she's buried in the floorboard.
Anyway, boy, what a great show. Dan McCullough, Troy Rigdon, thank you so much for coming to do this pre-record with me
Yeah,
today.
good morning again.
We wanted to fill in an episode for the folks there. I hope everybody made it to work safe. I hope it's going to be a great day for you today. Of course, it is. What's the date?
4/21.
It is April 23rd,
3.
Wednesday, 8:15 a.m. Central Time. It's going to be a great day. I hope everybody has a great day. We're going to end the show, of course, today with the ending of the next episode, or the next part of David Collins' 30-minute hour show, which we're starting at episode 1 again. And since we've ran out of the reality show, just showing up 10 minutes of David Collins' 30-minute hour show at the end of every Drive Time David Collins. And we have the last 10 minutes of episode 1 to show today, which is pretty exciting. Dan McCullough, you're featured in that episode.
Oh, neat.
You could call it a creature feature.
And I'm hoping we get some of that. What's really going on with that Creature Feature TV show that I aired on? The word is, and I think I might have said this last week, even I'm probably repeating myself.
The word
but
of the day?
It is going to be aired on Tennessee first. It's going to be a new market that they're showing the show on.
They got
in
the bid. Tennessee did.
So I think Nashville, actually, to be honest.
Dude,
so
nice. I love
that episode is
Nashville.
going to be airing there first before it shows on the YouTube. So I'm just still kind of waiting to be able to show that my appearance in Creature Feature TV to my audience, which I'm really excited for. I played a bouncer.
Fit the look.
That's right. I actually wore pretty much what I'm wearing right now, to be honest. No, I had a leather jacket on. I had one of those suede coats. That suede coat that's in the other room. That's what I was wearing. I wasn't wearing my broadcast coat for
This
that.
one I found.
So you're wearing what you're always wearing. Did you wear your moccasins?
That's a great question. Not sure.
It completes the ensemble.
Somebody tried to call those slippers the other day. I said, "Excuse me, they're moccasins." People were wearing them long before, for hundreds of years.
Dude, you need to start calling them slippers, otherwise you're culturally appropriating
shoes.
Well, slippers you don't wear out. Moccasins, people have worn out in the world for generations.
That's why people think it's so weird you're wearing them out there. They're slippers. If everyone thinks it's weird but you, maybe it's you.
And maybe you're a slipper.
Yeah, I'll slip you something.
Troy Rigdon.
Maybe you're a slipper.
Dan McCullough. Boy, what a great show. Does anybody want to wrap us up today? I mean, we've really reached the end here. I apologize for the lack of music today, too, but with the camera setups, I was happy enough just to make sure that that was all working appropriately.
Yeah, be sure to like and subscribe.
Don't tell them that. You know, when people say that to me, I downvote the video and I turn it off right away. Sometimes I report it for...
Harassment.
No, I report shit like that all the time for harassment, for sexual harassment. If it
100%.
uses AI art, I definitely. I
If
will
the subtitles are forced on me as a part of the video and I can't turn them off and they're incorrect half the time,
9-1.
What?
I can't believe it.
You didn't. You should go back and downvote that fucking thing.
That's fucking great.
All right,
that
everybody.
Should be an Instagram clip for sure.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy
Maybe we'll see you
Wednesday.
later this afternoon. I'm not really sure. And I hope you enjoyed David Collins' 30-minute hour show's new episode that's probably going to be out tomorrow at this point.
Drive safe.
I'm not really sure.
Don't forget to tip your bartenders.
Drive safe, drive hard, everybody.
Idea, and I'm gonna start working on that, and I'll beat them to it.
That's great. Anybody out there listening? Take
to
him up
it.
on his challenge. The rat in the beanie idea. It reminds me a lot like this episode of the Powder Puff Girls, where they run into a monkey. And it's not a rat, but it's anyway. We're gonna go ahead and listen to the second voicemail. This is Randall from Ogden, Kansas. Thank you so much for calling in, Randall.
Long-time listener. Looking forward to your new show. I was hoping to
Thank you.
ask if you were going to be bringing back Color of the Day.
Already done, Randall.
Song parodies, War of the Roses, all those bits. Nobody does them like DC. All right, thanks, man.
Hell yeah. Shout out, Randall. Thank you for that call. Color of the Day, obviously, showstopper. Got to make sure we keep that. You know, a big secret about those other ones, though, the song parodies, the War of the Roses, those are actually just bought from a big company that sells it to radio stations all over. So we're going to be doing original bits, and it's going to be kind of inspired by that, but it's going to be better. So thank you for that call, Randall. And we're going to move on to this week's weekly news. What did you guys think about those voicemails? Do you guys have any word for Randall there, or any?
Randall seems like a fucking dope fan, dude. So
as comedians, you must appear on a lot of different radio stations.
Well, more podcasts than radio stations usually. I don't know why. It's the times are changing, as Bob Dylan said.
I was once on the radio for not comedy reasons, and I prefer not to talk about it. But
You know,
I
there
was
is-
on the radio one time.
I'm going to have a guest on next week, I believe, named Austin Ingalls. Very funny comedian in Eastern Iowa, also in Eastern Iowa. But he, I believe, was on the news, the television recently. It wasn't just a radio. It was on TV.
Yes,
Which,
it was
you know, you ask some people,
picture
that
movies.
might be prior. That might be really audience. Who's watching TV? More people are listening to the radio. I drive, when I get in the car,
I
I'm
agree
a
with
younger
you,
person,
David.
I get in the car, I turn on the radio. I'm not turning on the TV.
It's hard
No.
to watch the TV. in the
Yes.
car.
Yeah, it's very hard to watch the TV in the car, for sure. I agree with you, David.
That
Please
sound
don't
means
kill me.
it's time for weekly news. We have a lot going on in the news today, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to joke about it. We got a few jokes about it. I'm looking forward to it. But we do have some things that we need to talk about. And it's going to lead us right into the last game of the show today. We're coming in close on that 30 minutes, so we're going to make this as quick as we can. This week in the news, have you guys seen anything about this Chinese balloon?
Yeah, I did see that.
It seems to be the biggest story in the news. And they were saying as if, you know, China's working on this new technology and that's what they were spying. I did a little research. China's been working with hot air since the 3rd century, unlike our country, which only been doing it since the Trump administration.
Yeah, that's a good joke.
But seriously, the Chinese balloon.
Yeah, it is. It is
You work
serious.
with cattle.
Some say that
weather.
balloon was a little slanted.
This is why we got. I see why you brought him.
Yeah. I'm bringing that fire.
Yeah, I do work with cattle. I don't particularly see how that has anything to do with balloons, but I mean, it is a huge issue. It's a matter of like public
Why do you
security.
think it was there?
I think they're just out for a goof.
They say they're doing weather technology. You know why I think they were there for?
Why's that?
I think that they were just trying to watch the Grammys. Did you guys try to watch that? Hardest thing to see. It wasn't just on Paramount Plus. It was on Paramount Plus Premium.
It was very.
Did you guys see the
yeah.
Grammys and all this week?
No.
That was also in the news. Big stories.
I don't have Paramount Plus Premium, so.
No, but all the stories were about it.
Didn't Beyonce win everything?
Beyonce did not win everything, and it was a big controversy because yet again, another white male won Album of the Year. And don't quote me on the
Good
male
for him.
part, because who really knows what you can get in trouble for these days. But another white person won Album of the Year. Beyonce, no, she only won all of... Actually, you know, Beyonce became the most decorated artist in history, and 50 years of hip-hop were honored at the 65th Annual Grammy Awards. Trevor Noah returned to host the ceremony for the 3rd straight time as the evening concluded with Harry Styles taking home the coveted award for the Album of the Year.
Oh, good for him.
So
That's
what
cool.
Beyonce did, she now has the record for the most Grammys ever won. And it's actually kind of interesting because she kind of stole it from this foreign Chicago orchestra player that previously had the most Grammys. And now nobody will ever know his name. His name was George Solti. So shout out to George Solti today. When you think of the Grammys, remember R.I.P. George Solti. We're recording this the day before the Super Bowl. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to say about the Grammys. I think some of these guys are taking it a little too seriously and starting to dress like a Grammy. What? You guys didn't come prepared today.
Yeah. No, I agree. They're all dressed kind of weird at the Grammys.
We try to do a clean show.
Okay. No, for sure. Love the Jews.
I do like, one of my favorite thing I've been getting on stage, instead of this radio thing, on the radio you're constrained, on stage you can say whatever you want. It's very cool. It's unlike the radio. Super Bowl's tomorrow. We're recording this the day before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What do you guys like to eat on the Super Bowl? I like some nachos. Probably have some frozen shrimp.
You eat it frozen?
Well, we probably will have some frozen shrimp.
Like, do you heat it up at all?
Cook it?
Like a
The funny thing
cocktail?
about shrimp is you can eat it cold. Have you ever eaten your shrimp cold?
Like a cocktail,
like a shrimp cocktail.
shrimp
for sure,
cocktail,
yeah, but it's cooked and then it's chilled.
and then chilled.
Is that all you guys eat on the Super Bowl? Just shrimp?
No, I like the meatballs.
Yeah.
Meatballs and the weenies.
I like a nice cut of Wagyu beef.
From Levi's Farm.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of people. This is probably a busy time of year for you.
No, for sure. He cooks it.
We're gonna call this out.
Okay, he cuts it strictly in his bathtub, and it's I don't know the way he does it. He beats the cows like himself with like a baseball bat. He tenderizes the shit out of that. Then he cuts them in his bathtub. And
I'm beginning to think that he doesn't work with any cattle. Although I haven't seen his wife, you know what I'm saying? The State of the Union was this week. Did anybody watch some of the State of the Union?
Uh-huh.
You know, they told Biden it's the State of the Union. He said,
What'd he say?
He said, no, not Union. My name is Biden. They said, no, it's the State of the Union today. He said, my name's Union. He said, no, your name's Biden. And he said, what, there's two of me now?
So this is like a thing then, yeah? You like make fun of people's wives and then you talk about Joe Biden?
I'm a big fan of Joe Biden. But, it's good to poke fun. Speaking of making fun of people's wives, you see Joe Biden's wife making out with DeSantis' wife? It was a big story from the State of the Union.
We did not see this.
I didn't see that at all.
Yeah. Holy shit.
And that sound means that it's time for the last game of our show today. It's going to be a good game, too. In this game, we ask, what does Biden say next? We're going to go through, and it's not just from the State of the Union yesterday. It's going to go through a lot of different times, just a couple. But we're going to play this game called, What Does Biden Say Next? Are you guys ready to play What Does Biden Say Next?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Dan, would you go ahead and read for Biden there?
Sure. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it.
All right. Todd, would you like to read the choices?
Sure.
Let's get everybody involved.
A. I grew up poor. Many of my college's colleagues grew up poor.
You do kind of.
I know. I meant to do Obama. I can't. I don't see color.
Just read the other.
I gotta read all of them?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
All right, B.
It's your show, David.
That was A. I grew up poor. Many of my colleges and colleagues grew up poor. Or B. Poor kids are just as bright and as talented as white kids. Is it C? There's also this notion that single mothers are raising these poor kids. Or is it D? I was saying to Jill the other day, Jill, what was I saying to you? That was the end of, we have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Is it A, B, C, or D?
I think it's B.
I'm gonna say B, I'm gonna say B, David.
Let's go ahead and see.
President?
Oh, whoops. That was President Biden saying dick. Excuse me, that was the wrong video. Let's see. We have this notion.
We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Oh, it does look like we got a winner. We got both winners. Good job, you two. All right. Let's go ahead and play the second round of What Does Biden Say Next? So Biden goes ahead and he says, so-called Great Recession. The president asked me to be in charge of managing that piece. What does Biden say next? A, I like pie, but boy. B, and piece by piece, we made America great. C, then President Trump, excuse me. D, I was saying to Jill the other day. Jill, what was I saying to you? What does Biden say next?
I'm gonna say D.
Go ahead and, are you all guessing? Go ahead and read your letter and read what the letter says.
I'm gonna say D. I was saying to Jill the other day. Jill, what was I saying to you?
I'm gonna say A. I like pie, but boy.
Well, that makes sense. He said something about having a piece, managing that piece, and everybody likes pie.
I'm gonna say, then President Trump. Excuse me.
Sounds like someone's a bigger fan of Biden than I am. All right, let's go ahead and hear what the answer was. So-called recession, he says.
Forces, so-called Great Recession. The president asked me to be in charge of managing that piece, then President Trump. Excuse me.
Oh,
that was me.
Dan, it looks like that you did get another win there.
Oh, yeah,
all right.
I win.
2 wins at the end. You're good at the political games. Maybe you should do a news show.
Sure.
All right. Well, we've reached the end of that 30-minute half-hour show with David Collins. Thanks so much for coming on, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
I would like to thank Daniel for kidnapping me to be here today. So, yeah. He told me we were going to Dave and Buster's.
Oh, I didn't turn on the microphone. All right. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.